tough loss at the Swamp, the heat is on the Big Orange to improve. That's just what Tennessee has worked on in practice, working on tackling, running the football, and continuing to improve on a good passing game. Coach Fulmer looking for his troops to become physically and mentally sound. And they'll need to against an Arkansas State offense, which certainly will be up to the challenge. Sophomore signal caller Corey Leonard poses a dual threat as a runner and passer. In fact, his Indians ranked 26th offensively in the nation. It's Tennessee and Arkansas State coming up next. Another huge crowd on hand at famed Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. That's because it is once again football time in Tennessee. Hi everybody, Rick Russo along with thousands of my closest friends on hand to watch what is really an intriguing non-conference matchup for the Tennessee Volunteers. In for a visit, the Arkansas State Indians out of the Sun Belt Conference under Steve Roberts. They're 1-1 so far this season following a convincing win over SMU and a narrow 8-point loss against the Longhorns of Texas. As for Tennessee, it was back to work this week for the Big Orange following that difficult loss to the Gators last week down in Gainesville in the Swamp. Can Tennessee regain the momentum that it attained here just 2 weeks ago against Southern Miss? We'll find out soon enough. It's Tennessee and Arkansas State live next right here at Neyland Stadium. And with the call of the game, let's send it up to the press box now and our play-by-play team of Randy Smith and Pat Ryan. Guys?
Thank you, Rick Russo. Hi again, everybody. The Tennessee Volunteers are going to be trying to do something they've already done once this year, and that's bounce back from a loss to a top 10, this time a top 5 team. That would be Florida last week. There's still a lot of football to be played, but Tennessee has to regroup.
Yeah, they really do. They're coming off a real downer week against Florida. Going to play an Arkansas State team that is no pancake. I'm telling you what, this is a good football team. They've got to be ready to play some good football today.
Let's compare some of the stats as you look at your screen. You can see they were pretty even offensively, but defensively, that's where Tennessee is just not very good. Now, they have played Florida and California, so might be skewed a little bit, but there's a lot of improvement to make.
There is a lot of improvement. They're getting up 460 yards a game. I don't care who you're playing. You cannot afford to give up that many yards and win football games.
Last week, the Volunteers were absolutely dominated by Tim Tebow. We won't face him, but we're facing a similar type quarterback, though a lot smaller, in Corey Leonard.
Yeah, Corey Leonard is the same. These guys seem to be crawling out of the woodwork. Mobile quarterbacks that can throw the football. Corey Leonard's in that mold. He's about 6'1", but he's quick, mobile, and he's got a good arm and good weapons to throw to.
Tennessee will try once again to run the football, but Chris Brown at the tight end position has had a great start for Eric Ainge and for the Volunteers.
Yeah, he has. Chris Brown does a little bit of everything. He's an H-back, he's a tight end, he's a fullback. He's got 12 passes so far this year. He's going to have to factor in the mix tonight.
Tennessee 1-2 on the year. They'll try to go to 2-2 tonight here against the Indians of Arkansas State from the Sun Belt Conference. And as the pride of the Southland Band is in the pregame formation on Neyland Stadium's Shields-Watkins Field, the Volunteers are massed against the north end zone, ready to run out onto the field here in Knoxville. There are 9 games left, and as coaches would say, you take them one at a time, one step at a time to go to 10-2. And tonight, that first step will be against Arkansas State from the Sun Belt Conference. Here come the Volunteers as once again it's football time in Tennessee. The captains are meeting at midfield, and of course Tennessee's captains, and Arkansas State dressed in the white trimmed in red and black. Tennessee in the home orange jerseys trimmed in white. And the Volunteers have won the toss. They have elected to receive. And Pat Ryan, this is something a lot of teams are doing. They're not deferring anymore. They want the football.
Well, you know, you're talking to an offensive guy anyway. I've always felt like you want the football to start the game. I think it's really important for Tennessee in the situation they're at. They want to get this crowd into the ball game. The best way to do that is with their best weapon, and that's their offense.
There's Coach Steve Roberts, the coach of the Arkansas State Indians. His record of 27-35 in 6 seasons is not that bad, considering he took over a program that had pretty much been dormant. Went from 1AA back to Division I. And just a couple of weeks ago, Pat, and you talked about watching the tape on the game with Texas. This team was an onside kick away from tying the Texas Longhorns.
This team had about 5 chances to beat Texas 2 weeks ago and should have beaten Texas. This is a good football team. I watched film on them. They've got good players all over the field, defensively and offensively.
Coach Philip Fulmer at the University of Tennessee. He spent 30 years here, and this is his 16th season as a head coach. But the heat is on. A lot of complaining about the record, the loss to Florida, and in some cases rightly so. But there's still a lot of football left. Tennessee is 3-0 right now against teams from the Sun Belt Conference. The Volunteers will get the football to start the game. Brian Sheffield will kick it off for the Indians. And back deep to receive for Tennessee will be number 3, Lennon Creer, and LaMarcus Coker, number 22. We should see more of LaMarcus Coker offensively tonight.
I think you will. They're looking for the guy that can get in and out of the hole quick, and Coker's that guy.
Sheffield will kick it off for the Indians from his own 30, and Tennessee will stand inside the 5 to receive it. It is a muggy, warm evening with the temperature at game time right at 88 degrees. Thanks to our staff meteorologist, Tom Mattingly. Well, there might be a few empty seats at the start of the game, but not many, considering it is a warm night, and also considering there's some other big games on television this evening as well. Sheffield's kick is short. It's high. It's taken by one of the upbacks at the 15. Up the middle he goes past the 30-yard line. It's a return of 9 yards. 20 yards. And the Volunteers have good field position to put it into play. Your starting lineup up front: Eric Young, Anthony Parker, Josh McNeil, the center, Chris Scott, and Raymond Foster. Receivers and tailbacks: Arian Foster, Jeff Cottom, Chris Brown, the 2 tight ends, Lucas Taylor, and Austin Rogers. And of course the quarterback, Eric Hayes. First down, Tennessee from the 36. Pitch back, Foster blocking ahead. He dives forward, picks up 2, maybe 3 yards. A gain of 2 for Foster, as the Indians' white shirts surrounded him after a 2-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and long. Tennessee going without a huddle. 6 touchdown passes, only 1 pick all year for Eric Hayes. 2nd down and about 8.5.
Tennessee's come out with a 2 tight end formation in the first couple of plays. Got both Cottom and Brown lined up on the right side.
Man in motion is Brown. They give it again around the right side. This time more running room, close to a first down for the Volunteers. That's Arian Foster. Javon McKinnon and his teammates shove him out of bounds, but not before Foster picks up good yardage. They're going to measure for a first down. He needed about 9. Your defensive starters for Arkansas State, the ends are Brian Flagg and Alex Carrington. Kobe McKinnon, Ben Owens, and Javon McKinnon are the linebackers. And Montez Harrison, Tyrell Johnson, he's the preseason all-conference and the Sun Belt Conference preseason defensive player of the year. And it is a first down for Arian Foster as he picked up 9, and the Volunteers have moved it to the Tennessee 46. Ainge under center at quarterback. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Now Chris Brown comes into motion. Play action. Ainge, plenty of time. Back to throw. Lobs it. Quick one-handed grab inside the 35 by Lucas Taylor. What a catch by Taylor. The pass was a little bit over his head. He grabbed it with one hand, hauled it in for a huge gain as Monteez Harrison makes the tackle.
Yeah. Taylor's on a corner pattern. Really pretty good coverage. About the only place Ainge could put that ball, and Taylor does a great job of going up and snagging it one-handed for the big gain.
24 yards, first down Tennessee at the Arkansas State 31. Around the left side for the Volunteers, Dalen Walker hauls in Lucas Taylor after Taylor makes the reception.
Yeah, Walker came up, made a nice tackle on a little stop pattern on the outside. If you talk to the Arkansas State people, that's one thing they say is the strength of their defense, their secondary. All 4 are seniors, and they come up and they say they all tackle extremely well, which Walker showed right there.
1st and 10, Tennessee at the 26. Ainge out of the shotgun. They give it to the tailback. That's Lennon Cream. Hit at the line of scrimmage and dropped for a loss of a yard. Arkansas State had that one smelled out. Stanley Wakwe makes the tackle as they partially undress Lennon Cream. A loss of a yard. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's Tennessee's version of the spread option. The problem with that is you don't think Ainge is probably going to run the football, so they're going to key on that back.
3rd down, about 6. The line of scrimmage is the Arkansas State 27-yard line. Clock moving, 12:30 to go, first quarter. Down to 4 on the game clock. Ainge gets it off out of the shotgun. Pass is incomplete. And pass interference has been called on Arkansas State. Monteez Harrison going over the back of the intended receiver, Austin Rogers.
Well, Rogers ran a hook pattern about 12 to 15 yards down the field and was coming back to the football.
Number 20 on the defense. Penalty will be measured at the spot of foul. Automatic. First down.
Looks like a pretty good play by Harrison from here. We'll see it on the film. Gets there maybe just a hair early, just a little early. Not much, though. Could have gone either way on that call.
Nevertheless, Tennessee gets an automatic first down. It's at the Arkansas State 17-yard line. 2 receivers, or actually 3 to the left. Rogers, Briscoe, and Taylor.
I'm surprised to see him try and go up top to one of these outside guys. Press coverage.
Ainge out of the shotgun. They're blitzing over the middle. Caught at the 5. This is Taylor. Into the end zone. Touchdown. Big Orange. Lucas Taylor.
Well, that was just a great combination of good protection and a good job of your wide receiver fighting off the defensive back and getting into his route.
Ainge's pass was right on the money, and Taylor's great 2nd and 3rd effort resulted in the touchdown. Daniel Lincoln, who has not missed a kick all year, is still perfect as the Volunteers on their first possession take a 7-0 lead over Arkansas State. Let's look at it from another angle.
You know, Taylor, you can't see it here, but he's really covered pretty well on the outside. Harrison did a great job of jamming him off the line, knocking him off his route, but he fought really hard to get back to the inside where he needed to be. Eric had the time to find him, and then he's great 2nd and 3rd effort to get into the checkerboard.
And Eric Ainge is one happy quarterback right there. Lucas Taylor on that drive with a one-hand reception and then with that touchdown grab looked a lot like Robert Meacham from last year. And Tennessee's been looking for that big play receiver.
Yeah, they really have. And, you know, these 3 receivers this year, if you look at their yardage totals, they're about the same as the 3 receivers that played last year. Now, with less catches and not as many big plays, but they put up as many yards as Meacham and Swain and Smith did last year.
Tennessee impressive in their first drive to start the ball game. Arkansas State has it. Ainge in passing 3 of 3, 45 yards out of the 64. yards total, and the 17-yard touchdown toss to Taylor.
Well, Tennessee succeeded. They did just exactly what they wanted to do. They wanted to take the football, felt like they could move it down the field, did a great job of execution, got the first touchdown of the game, and the crowd into it.
Daniel Lincoln now 11 of 11 in extra points for the Volunteers. He has kicked 6 of 6 field goals. Tennessee leads at 7-0 with 12:11 to go. There's Coach Steve Roberts, says, hey, we got to answer him.
And it's John Chavis' unit's job to answer this one. They've had a hard time the last couple of weeks with a similar type of offense that we're going to see. Arkansas State does a number of things. They line up under center, but they like to run out of the shotgun and run that spread option type look and get guys down the field. That has given us some problems. We'll see what Chiefs got in store for him.
Chad Cunningham, number 95, will kick it off from his 30-yard line for Tennessee. And back deep to receive for Arkansas, Brandon Tompkins and Kevin Jones, number 6. Cunningham kicking off. Daniel Lincoln doing the place kicking is still perfect. And here's Cunningham's kick. High and deep. Taken at the 3-yard line by Brandon Tompkins. To the right side. A big hole. Running room out of bounds at the 40. Goes Brandon Tompkins for Arkansas State. And he picks up a return of about 37 yards off a very good kick by Chad Cunningham. Antonio Wardlaw makes the tackle. Your starters on the offensive line, and this is a good one. Mandich, Reeby, Lockley, Kyle Coates, and Vincent Thrower, who goes almost 350. Danny McNeil, Reggie Arnold is the running back. Kevin Jones, Levi Dejournette, and David Johnson is the tight end. And the quarterback is Corey Leonard, 6'1" sophomore. Has thrown 2 picks and 2 touchdowns this year. Leonard hands it to Arnold around the left side. Tennessee's got him, but not before he picks up 3 or 4. Picks up 6, and it's a good game. Gerard Mayo makes the tackle with help from Antonio Reynolds on the Tennessee defensive front. Xavier Mitchell and Reynolds are the ends. DeMonte Bolden and Dan Williams the tackles up front for Tennessee. Carl, Gerard Mayo, and Rico McCoy the linebackers, and the secondary has been shifted. Marcellus Johnson at a cornerback, and Eric Berry's now at strong safety. Leonard's pass complete, first down past the 50-yard line. Pass is complete to Brandon Tompkins. Ryan Carl wraps him up.
Well, they got the matchup they wanted. They got Ryan Carl, a linebacker, out on Brandon Tompkins, who can really fly. They got the matchup they wanted, and he stood right up and hit him with the quick pass.
First down, Arkansas State, just inside Tennessee territory at the 49. Corey Leonard with Arnold, the tailback. Down to 7 seconds on the game clock for Corey Leonard. Play action, rolling right, throwing deep down the side. Got a man at the 10, out of bounds at the 5. Levi Dejournette. And it will be first down and goal, Arkansas State. There is a penalty marker on the play. Let's see what it's about. It's dropped back at the line of scrimmage.
It's on Tennessee.
Holding on the defense. That penalty is declined. First down.
So Arkansas State picks up a huge first down against the Tennessee defense.
Yeah, nice little bootleg action. Came out clean on the outside. Dejournette got down the right sideline on Willingham. Willingham looked like he really had good coverage and just slowed down a little bit, and then Dejournette just turned on the jets, created that separation to allow Leonard to get that ball in there.
At the Tennessee 3, first down and goal, Arkansas State. Corey Leonard, the crowd getting behind the Tennessee defense. In motion, the tight end David Johnson. They're going to go up the middle to Leonard, and Tennessee stops it. No gain for Arnold. Eric Berry joined his orange-shirted teammates up front, along with Gerard Mayo, to make the stop.
Well, they went with their jumbo set. Had their big tight end Johnson in motion, trying to lead up through the hole, but Tennessee just stoned it.
10:28 to go first quarter. Second down and goal from the Tennessee 3. Man in motion to the right side is Kevin Jones. Leonard, play action. Tennessee's put the pressure on him, throws it, caught inside the 10. It's a loss of about 4. Xavier Mitchell made the tackle as he completed the pass to his fullback, Danny McNeil.
Well, Tennessee acted like they knew exactly what Arkansas State was going to run here. They blitzed from the inside. Mayo put the pressure on, and Xavier Mitchell just played his position outside, waited for that receiver to get there, and then knocked him down.
Third down and goal from the Tennessee 6 following the loss of about 3. Just over 9.5 minutes to go first quarter. Tennessee leading 7-0. Arkansas State is threatening. Leonard out of the shotgun. Keeps it. Running to the right. Throwing. Caught. Touchdown Arkansas State. Chris Miller, the wide receiver, on the touchdown pass of 7 yards from Leonard. But there is a marker down at the 15. A personal foul, roughing the passer against Tennessee. So the points will count for the Indians as they've cut it to 1.
Roughing the passer against number 5 on the defense. Results of the play is a touchdown. The 15-yard penalty will be administered on the kickoff.
Josh Arauco will make the extra point attempt to tie the game at 7 with 9:22 to go in the first period. Rocco's a left-footed kicker, and he splits the uprights, and we're tied at 7 with 9:22 to go in the first quarter. And Arkansas State made that offensive possession look pretty good.
Yeah, they really did. This was just a play made by Corey Leonard. Good pressure, forced him out of the pocket. The guy can move, throws a high ball up in the right side, and Chris Miller makes a great catch going up high to get it. This is just good feet by your quarterback, sensing the rush, getting out, making things happen, and that's kind of a phony call right there. I don't know how you hold up from hitting him when you're already committed. Don't believe that was worth 15 yards, but we got it.
So they will kick off from their own 45 rather than their own 30. Coach Philip Fulmer and Coach Steve Roberts. Arkansas State in the preseason was picked to finish 3rd in the Sun Belt Conference. And that is the first touchdown the Volunteers have surrendered in 3 games so far with Sun Belt opponents. Actually, this is the 4th, so it would be the 4th opponent.
Well, Leonard made 2 plays in that drive, 2 big plays. He really made 3. He kept from getting sacked on the play before. Right. And then on the last play, he escaped and just makes a nice throw on the sideline and gets a great catch by his receiver, Miller.
After tonight's game with Arkansas State, the Volunteers will be off next week, and they will entertain Georgia here at Neyland Stadium in Knoxville 2 weeks from tonight. Actually, it'll be an afternoon game, 3:30. That is the same night that Florida plays at LSU. So 2 really big SEC games 2 weeks from today. 7-7, 9:22 to go in the first quarter. And we'll look at the rest of that schedule. In 2 weeks, it's Georgia. Then 2 big SEC road games, and they're both going to be tough. At Mississippi State, then at Alabama. Then they're home for 4 in a row, starting with South Carolina on October 27th.
Not many easy games on that schedule. I can only look at one and feel real great about it at the moment.
Right. I mean, Vanderbilt and Kentucky are going to be tough.
They're dangerous
for anybody.
You know, there's nobody in the SEC outside of, well, Ole Miss played pretty good today. Outside Ole Miss, that is not a dangerous, you know, if you don't bring your best game, can beat you. Didn't used to be like that.
Sheffield kicks it. It's going to go high and deep into the end zone, and Tennessee's coming out with it. LaMarcus Coker should have stayed in the end zone.
Obviously, yes. Coker feeling his oats a little bit. He knows he can run, but he's got to remember he's fielding it in the end zone. But the kicking team is 15 yards closer than they would be normal if he's catching it in the end zone. You don't bring that ball out.
So the Volunteers, after an 11-yard return of the kick by Coker, take over in poor field position with the line of scrimmage at the Tennessee 11. First down, Eric Ainge at quarterback. Ainge under center. Quick drop, fade down the left sideline. Hauled in by Tennessee at the 35, Austin Rogers. Daylon Walker makes the play defensively for Arkansas State, but not before Tennessee picks up 23 yards.
Well, all I got to say about that is, wow, that was perfect. Good route, good coverage, and a phenomenal throw over on the sideline.
A good call that time gets Tennessee out with some breathing room. Volunteers out to their own 34.
That ball couldn't have been completed anyplace else.
Great pass by Ainge and a great over-the-shoulder catch by Rogers. First down, Tennessee. Ainge draw play. Foster gets away from one man, scoots forward for a pickup of 2, maybe 3. Ben Owens makes the tackle for Arkansas State. It'll be second down and 7. Second down 7 after the 3-yard pickup by Arian Foster. The line of scrimmage now, the Tennessee 37-yard line.
Tennessee running a lot of this tight bunch formation early in the game.
High formation behind Eric Ainge. Back to throw. Look, plenty of time. Caught by Cottom. First down, crossing the midfield stripe. The big tight end Jeff Cottom makes the grab, a pickup of 13 and another Tennessee first down. Javon McKinnon made the tackle after Cottom caught the pass from Ainge.
If I'm not mistaken, that's Cottom's first catch of the season. I really like this bunch formation. You get bunch up with your guys and then spread them out. Defense has a hard time finding them all. Cottom runs a square in. Ainge's got good protection and hit him right in stride.
The line of scrimmage, the 50-yard line. Ainge now 5 of 5, 81 yards. Back to throw, Ainge.
He's got him again.
Plenty of time. Deep pass, wide open, caught inside the 30 by LaMarcus Coker, who fell down after he made the catch for 24 yards and another Volunteer first down.
That was one of those passes that is really hard to throw. You got a guy out running a flag pattern and he's wide open. There's nobody within 20 yards. It's really hard to throw that ball accurate. You just try and fit it in there. Does a good job of throwing it there. Coker just can't keep his feet. He catches that ball. He's going all the way.
He still picked up 24 yards. Ainge is a little upset about it, but hey, what the heck. First down Tennessee at the 25. Foster sidesteps one man, falls back forward for a pickup of a yard. It'll be second down and long again for Tennessee. Evan Vandola makes the tackle from his free safety spot for the Indians. It'll be second down and 8 after a 2-yard pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 24. Ainge rolling right. Looking, throwing into the corner. Incomplete. Intended for Rogers. Broken up beautifully by Arkansas State's defensive back, Monteese Harrison. So it'll be third down and 9, third and 8 rather, for the Volunteers at the 24-yard line.
Yeah, that ball, Eric, I think Eric would have liked to have thrown that a split second earlier. He was a little late delivering that ball, gave Harrison a chance to catch up out there on the outside to Austin Rogers.
Two receivers right, one left. Chris Brown is the H-back along with Arian Foster. 3rd down and 8 upcoming for Tennessee. Out of the shotgun, Ainge. Little flare, the screen. Brown inside the 20. Dropped the football, picked up inside the 15 and recovered by Arkansas State. Tyrell Johnson, the strong safety, gets the recovery for Arkansas State. It would not have been enough for a 1st down. But the turnover gives Arkansas State the football back in a 7-7 game.
Is under further review.
They're going to review and see if the ground causes this fumble. And it's possible it did. He hit the ground and the ball came out. We might get this ball back.
Well, we'll have to take a look at it. We're going to look at it as well. There's the one pump.
You know, he's down when the guy hits him and separates the ball from him. See, he's down.
Khayyam Burns make the hit that knocked it loose, but was he down?
I believe he is down before the ball. He's down now. And the guy hits him and the ball comes out.
Well, we'll have to see what the SEC officials are, and the ones in the booth are
Here's
also.
A good picture of it right here.
Yeah, he's down when that ball comes out. But to be honest with you, Chris Brown could have been protecting that ball a little better.
Yeah, he really could have. Arkansas State brought the blitz that time, and so we had a perfect play on running the screen to the left side. We just had to pump it, so it got out slow. He's down. Won't be enough for a 1st down. Tennessee's probably going to have to attempt a field goal if they do get the ball back. Well, they don't have to do anything, but I mean, I assume that's what they'll try and do.
Coach Fulmer anxiously awaiting the call by the officials, and they're taking some time, which means they're looking at all the replays. They want to make sure.
You know, it always blows me away how long these things take. I mean, if you look at it 3 or 4 times, you say, oh, yeah, okay, that's a fumble. No, that's not a fumble. Call downstairs, say, no, go on, give him back the ball or take it away from him. Let's go play football. It always seems to take 1.5 to 2 minutes, irregardless of what kind of play it is.
Well, the decision has been made. Here it is.
After review, the ruling on the field has been reversed. The runner was down at the 20-yard line. It will be 4th down.
Well, we were right, but it is a 4th down, and Tennessee will send the kicking team in with 6:49 to try to take a 10-7 lead over Arkansas State. Daniel Lincoln will attempt the kick from 37 yards. There is a slight angle to the left. He is 6 out of 6 for field goals, 10 out of 10, including 11 of 11 for extra points. His long of the year, 47 yards. And the kick is away, and that kick is perfect. 7 of 7. A penalty marker is down.
He got roughed on the play.
So, what do? You take the points off the board?
I think it's. I believe this will be enforced on the kickoff. Possibly not, though. They're talking about it. They're going to take the points off the board.
I think so, because, well, let's listen to the explanation.
Running into the kicker against number 20 on the defense. 5-yard penalty. The result of the play, 1st down.
Monteese Harrison is the guy guilty of running into Daniel Lincoln. It is a 5-yard penalty, but it's enough for a Tennessee 1st down. So take the field goal off the board by Lincoln, and Tennessee's got the ball inside the Arkansas State 15-yard line. It's 1st down.
I like that decision. You don't see it happen often. You don't see many coaches take points off the board, but I like that decision.
Well, early in a close game, why not? Ainge, play action. Lobs it. Touchdown! Big Orange! Chris Brown from Eric Ainge. And the Volunteers Volunteers have taken a 13-7 lead over Arkansas State.
Good concept. Had Brown lined up as a fullback. Faked the slant play to the left side. Brown slipped out in the flat and then turned it up the field. Lost the defender. All Eric had to do was lay it out there.
Well, you can't throw it any better than that.
No, you can't.
Unbelievable.
And here's a guy that a few minutes ago thought he'd fumbled away a chance for a touchdown, and he ends up catching it.
Now Lincoln will attempt the extra point. And that kick, too, is perfect. Tennessee 14, Arkansas State 7. 6:29 to go here in the first quarter.
Just like you draw them up.
And I tell you, Chris Brown's having a great year.
I believe he's caught, 2 balls tonight, 3 balls tonight. Collins caught 1.
Austin Rogers has a couple.
But from the looks of things, when we run that bunch formation, on the pass that he threw to Coker, Brown was wide open in the middle. I think we're going to stick with that and keep pumping that ball in the middle of the field until Arkansas State does something to stop it. Could be a big night for the tight ends.
8 of 9 for Eric Ainge, 124 yards, 2 touchdowns. Pretty good work. And with 6:29 to go in the first quarter, there's a lot of work to do.
Yeah, there is. And now Corey Leonard gets to go to work, and he did a pretty good job himself last time. So
each team has scored on every possession in the football game. Arkansas State's had it once. They'll get it a second time after Cunningham kicks it off with 6:29 to go here in the first period. Arkansas State came into this game with a record of 1 win, 1 loss, and they've had 1 game postponed. That was last week, or actually 2 weeks ago. Their game at home with Memphis was postponed because of lightning and bad weather in Jonesboro, Arkansas. They're going to play that on September 27th.
Well, Arkansas State has come out defensively and really hasn't shown a lot. They've covered pretty good at times, but if they cannot get any more pressure on Ainge than what they've got to this point, it's going to be a long night for that defense.
Chad Cunningham will kick for the Volunteers. It'll be Tompkins and Kevin Jones back deep to receive for the Indians. Tennessee 14, Arkansas State 7. 6:29 to go in the first quarter. Cunningham kicks this one high, deep, taken at the 6-yard line by Tompkins. Tompkins up to the right, and Tennessee stops him before he gets to the 25. Much better kick coverage for Tennessee this time after the 12-yard return. Ja'Cory Williams makes the tackle for the Volunteers. First down at 10, Arkansas State, and they'll mark the football just shy of the 20, well, right on the 24-yard line.
Brent Vincent lining up at left corner in this series, taking over for D'Angelo Willingham.
Tennessee trying to be a little more speedy, a little more athletic in the secondary. Man in motion to the left for Arkansas State is Brandon Tompkins. They hand it to Arnold. Arnold found a hole, a seam. A penalty marker's been thrown at the line of scrimmage, but Arnold picked up about 11.
Yeah, that looks like it's going to be a hold on Arkansas State.
And it is. Robert Ayers from his defensive end spot made the tackle for Tennessee, but Arnold picked up good yardage.
Penalty will be 10 yards from the previous spot. Down remains first.
That's big Vincent thrower. He just got Xavier Mitchell in a
chokehold.
And just wouldn't let it go.
So now it's first down and 20, and they back it up to the Tennessee or the Arkansas State 15-yard line. Corey Leonard, 6'1", 210, a sophomore. Tennessee may be coming with a blitz. They are. They give it to Arnold, and he's going nowhere. Loss of a yard. Robert Ayers stops Arnold. A loss of a yard, and it'll be second down and 21 for Arkansas State.
Yeah, that's a pretty good defense for what they had called. Brought two guys off the weak side. Can't pick either one of them up. They're running that little dive play to the right side. You know the quarterback's not going to keep it because he knows he's going to get killed. So he hands it off, and you still got somebody right there to make the tackle.
Second down, 21. Back to the Arkansas State 14-yard line. Man in motion is David Johnson, the tight end. He's moving into a slot left. Leonard, straight drop. Plenty of time. Rolls right, throws it, incomplete, out of bounds. It'll be third and very long for Arkansas State. The intended receiver, Levi DeJohnette.
Well, that was a good throw. DeJohnette on the right side. He bailed right. The problem with bailing right on that play, he only had one receiver there, and he was pretty well covered. Not only by the cornerback, but he had the sideline playing a second defender. That's Jonathan Hepney playing a safety position right on top to make the play.
Third down and 21 upcoming for Arkansas State. Indians so far 1 out of 1 in third down conversion.
Yeah, not many plays in your book, third and 20 though. You just want to get a few yards here to get out. Get a decent spot to kick from.
Tennessee rushing 4. Leonard breaks away. Finally dropped back at the 18-19-yard line. He picked up about 5, but it's going to be way short. And Arkansas State on fourth down will punt it away. Nevin McKenzie makes the tackle for the Volunteers.
That's just good coverage. He had time to throw. He got some pretty good pressure, had to move around, but he had plenty of time to take that ball downfield. He just couldn't find anybody to throw to.
Scott Schrabel will punt it away for Arkansas State. He'll stand inside his own 10, or Brett Schrabel rather. Averaging 47, that's his long punt, 47 on the year. Hepney stands at the 40 to receive for the Volunteers, and Tennessee almost got them. Great punt. Hepney backed up to the 35. Hepney tiptoes to the left. In trouble. Cuts back to the right. Finally goes down back at the 33. A great punt by Schrabel. 46 yards for Arkansas State. And Hepney ran about 40 and lost about 2 actually on the
Yeah,
kick.
he went the wrong way. That got that punt. Wardlow in there. Just barely missed it.
Tennessee leads it under 4 minutes to go first quarter, 14-7. And the Volunteers get the football back. LaMarcus Coker's in the game now at tailback for Tennessee, along with quarterback Eric Ainge. The line of scrimmage, the Tennessee 33-yard line. Lone setback behind Ainge is Coker. They give it to Coker and a sweep right. Cuts back to the right. First down. Coker crosses the 45. That, my friends, is Tennessee football as Coker runs and picks up a huge chunk of yards, 14 to be exact. Ben Owens made the tackle, and the blocking by Vladimir Richard and Jock McClendon.
Well, that's true, but that play was not blocked well enough to gain 10 or 11 yards. Coker puts on a move on the outside to Tyrell Johnson, their best tackler, and just
pass almost intercepted. That pass was intended for Lucas Taylor over the middle.
What I was saying is he put a great move on the safety and got extra yards on his own. That play there, Eric almost had one going back the other way. Ill-advised pass over the middle.
That was Josh Briscoe, the intended receiver. It'll be second down and 10 from the Tennessee 46. Only the second incompletion of the night for Ainge as you look at his numbers, 8 of 10 for 124 yards, 2 touchdowns. Second down and 10. Ainge Straight drop, plenty of time, throws it, caught. Pass a little bit behind the receiver, but it's caught inside the 30. And Tennessee has another first down. Dalen Walker finally hauls in Josh Briscoe, but not before he hauls into Eric Gaines' pass for another big gain. 18 yards on the play. First down, Tennessee.
Good play action. Eric's looking at one guy, and that's Briscoe. He's waiting for that speed to show, let him get past the linebacker area, and just lay it in there.
The line of scrimmage now, as you look at Briscoe's numbers for the year, is the 28-yard line of Arkansas State. It's first down. Haynes, quick drop, pass caught. Inside the 20, another good gain, this time to Lucas Taylor. It's going to be short of a first down, but not by much. The little curl, Montez Harrison defending for Arkansas State.
He did just what you're supposed to on that little hitch pattern. You catch the ball and head straight north and south. You don't try and spin to the outside. You don't try and juke the defender. You catch it, quick move straight up the field. He'll make him miss more times than not doing that.
Second down, less than one. Briscoe in the motion. They give it to the running back. Coker, first down. Inside, down to the 15-yard line. He needed less than a yard. He picks up 3 or 4, and it's another Volunteer first down. LaMarcus Coker straight ahead. Kobe McKinnon makes the tackle for Arkansas State.
They're trying to run off left tackle here. That was shut off, but the cutback is there. Coker finds it, cuts back to the right, straight up the field for plenty of yards to convert that first down.
2:11, clock moving. That's the time remaining. Tennessee's going to go with a reverse, and it doesn't go very far at all. Kenny O'Neill, the junior college transfer, picked up a couple. Javon McKinnon pushes him out of bounds. It's a gain of maybe 2. It'll be second down and 8. With the football resting just inside the Arkansas State 15-yard line.
Well, they're trying to get O'Neill in the ball game. Give him a chance to use that phenomenal speed he's got. Tried to reverse it, just wasn't there.
Second down, 8. They give it to Coker. Cuts back to the middle. The scrum moves him forward for 2, maybe 3. And it'll be third down upcoming for Tennessee in about 5. Stanley Wakwe makes the tackle for the Indians. Clock moving, 1:13 to go in the first quarter. Well, the Volunteers would like to put some more points on the board before this quarter ends. Out of the shotgun. Haynes changes the play as we're now down to under a minute to go in the first period. Down to 5 on the game clock. Haynes out of the shotgun. Good protection. Over the middle. Incomplete. Intended for Taylor inside the 5. And it will be fourth down and about 6. And Daniel Lincoln, who earlier kicked a 37-yard field goal, had it wiped off because of a penalty. The Volunteers on the next play scored. Will be on to attempt another field goal.
Yeah, that one just wasn't there. It was good coverage back there by Johnson. Nothing open there. Eric just kind of threw that ball away.
This will be a 29-yarder for Lincoln. Slight angle to the right. The freshman kicker with Casey Woods holding. The snap is down. The kick again, like Lincoln, is perfect. Now 11 of 11 for field goals for the freshman Daniel Lincoln. And the Volunteers, with 38 seconds to go in the first period, lead it 17-7.
Yeah, there's a guy that's got some confidence right now. He thinks he's Tiger Woods out there. You know, whatever I swing at, I'm gonna convert.
The Volunteers, with a 10-point lead, will kick off once again. And Tennessee's offense has looked very, very good in the first 15 minutes of this game.
They really have. You know, I've been impressed with Coker running the football. There's been times when it doesn't look like there's a lot there, but he's been very decisive in his cuts. You know, juke to the side, juke to the left or right, but he gets back up going north and south really hard. Always getting positive yardage.
Chad Cunningham will come on to kick for Tennessee. And Brandon Tompkins and Kevin Jones will be back deep to receive it for Arkansas State. Well, you know, you and I talked about there may be some empty seats. I see a few, but not that many.
No, I still see a lot of orange. A pretty happy orange crowd at this point.
Cunningham with the foot into the football. Taken by Tompkins inside the 5. Tompkins to the right, hit at the 20, dropped at the 20, and a penalty marker down. Could be an inadvertent face mask. I don't know. We'll check it out. Ja'Cory Williams made the tackle for the second straight time on the kick for Tennessee.
They keep trying to run that ball on the kickoffs back to the same spot, which is just inside the numbers on Tennessee's left side. And Williams says, well, if you're going to keep running it there, I'm going to keep making the tackle there.
Holding against Arkansas State. So that's going to back the Indians up further.
Holding, number 87 on the defense, or actually the receiving team. Penalty will be 10 yards. First down.
J.T. Jordan guilty of the hold. So we back the football up to the Arkansas State 10-yard line, and that's where the Indians put it in play. First down and 10 yards to go. 30 seconds to be played in the first quarter. Hasn't been all Tennessee, but it's been almost all Tennessee. Tennessee blitzing. They give it to Arnold, or the backup tailback. That's Preston Brown. Good yardage. First down. Crossing the 25 goes Brown. 5'10" freshman tailback. And it's a first down after a pickup of 18 yards for Arkansas State.
Yeah, Tennessee brought the extra corner, brought the corner blitz from the outside, blitz to the inside. Somebody inside just didn't play their technique, because that play should have been stopped cold. Found a little gap, and once you got through the gap, there's nobody there to tackle until he gets into the secondary.
Out to the 28, first down for Arkansas State. Eric Berry made the tackle for Tennessee from his safety spot. Brown, the freshman, is still the tailback, and that is the end of the first quarter. It's been a good one for Tennessee, but Arkansas State just picked up a first down at the end of the first period. It's Tennessee 17, Arkansas State 7.
ESPN Game Plan is presented by Olivia, award-winning high-definition television.
The great thing about baseball is how great it is to talk about baseball.
I just love watching him on the rubber.
Up-to-the-minute highlights, breakdown, and spirited commentary.
When you're prepared like that, you're a winning player.
Baseball Tonight, every night on ESPN.
First, there were the pajamas your uncle got you when you were born. After that, it was your first glove. Your first real glove. Next, it was sitting in the kitchen asking your dad about the designated hitter. But then you saw what is to this day the bluest sky and the greenest grass you could ever see. And that's when it really started.
Your highlights tonight were perfect.
Hey, guys.
Hey, what's up, man?
We still going out tonight?
Oh, definitely. It's a huge night. Stuart and John are coming too.
Nice.
Where should we meet?
What about the lobby?
No. Lobby's no good. He'll look there. I'd say parking lot.
Cool. 7 o'clock.
I'll be there.
Well,
See you guys later.
Oh, yeah.
Big night.
Oh, huge.
Rips another one through.
And all that makes makes it a 17-7 Tennessee lead, and Arkansas State has it first down and 10 at their own 28. We're set to get things underway here in the second period. Corey Leonard is the quarterback. The lone setback is Preston Brown, the freshman tailback, who just ran for 18 yards and a first down. Leonard back to throw. Flares it out to Brown. Tennessee missed it. Brown picks up close to first down yardage. Brent Vinson is the one that
I think they called him out 3 yards short. Takes a swing pass out there. Vinson's in position to make the tackle. Whiffs, but running back went out of bounds about the 36-yard line.
So it's a pickup of 8. It'll be second down and 2 at the 30, just shy of the 36. Tell you what, Preston Brown is an impressive runner. Split backfield. Leonard out of the shotgun. Pass caught. Short gain, but it is a first down. Crossing the 40-yard line is number 6, Kevin Jones. And it'll be a first down for Arkansas State. Here are your stats. Tennessee with a big edge in passing yards. There are small edge for the Volunteers in rushing. First downs 12-3. And the time of possession 9 minutes as compared to just under 6 minutes for Arkansas State. And that's big because in I think 13 of their last 14 games, Arkansas State has won the time of possession battle.
Yeah, they controlled the first 2 games this year against Texas and SMU. They controlled the football.
First down, Leonard back to throw. Tennessee's coming. The Volunteers have him sacked back at the 36-yard line. Robert Ayers gets there. So does Dan Williams. And the Volunteers hit Leonard for a big loss.
But Tennessee's doing a really good job of keeping Leonard in the pocket and not letting him bootleg out to the right or the left out to open space. The ends are really doing a good job of staying out there with contain, giving the guys in the middle, Dan Williams, those guys a chance to come in and lower the boom on him.
Loss of 6 on the sack. It'll be second down and 16. 2 receivers flanked out to the right, 1 to the left for Arkansas State. The lone setback is Preston Brown, who takes it, goes up the middle, breaks 2 tackles, squirms and wiggles his way forward for a nice gain. Nevin McKenzie makes the tackle, but Brown gets back to the original line of scrimmage and then some. Actually, they say a knee touch, so he picks up 6.
If you notice there, you saw Ayers sitting outside eyeballing that quarterback. That's your spread option. If he comes down, the quarterback will pull that ball and come out around the left end. Ayers is watching him stand home, forcing him to hand the ball off, going into the middle to the big guys.
Third down and 10. Leonard, shotgun. Tennessee's chasing him. He rolls left, looks, throws back over the middle, picked off and dropped. Marcellus Johnson had that in his hands and a lot of room between he and the checkerboard on the other end of the field, but could not hold the ball.
That was there for him. He would love to see that one again. That thing was, I believe it was Nevin McKenzie came in on the rush from the right side, flushed Leonard out, put the chase on and made him get rid of the football. He did not see the safety, Marcellus, sitting on the outside. He ducked back in. He just didn't convert the catch.
Brett Schrabel will stand inside his 30 to punt it away on 4th down and 10. Tennessee's got the return on a high spiral taken by Hefner, who's hit inside the 20 and finally dropped on a good tackle by number 2. That's Arnold. 45-yard kick with not much of a return.
You got your top running back on your punt team.
Boy, he puts a hammer on him right there.
Yeah, he dropped him like a bad habit.
12:45 to go here in the first half. Tennessee with the ball back, leading 17-7. They'll have it at their own 19, first down following this timeout.
So, have you been on a lot of blind dates? Well, this would make one.
Oh,
Yeah.
me too. What do you do?
I'm a vet.
I love animals.
Really? Where are you from?
Michigan, born and raised. Go Blue.
Go Buckeyes! Go Buckeyes! Score about every time they get the football. I mean, that game has that type of feeling. If they miss a drive, then they're backing up.
Well, they have scored on their first possession, but they've had 3 other possessions that have not scored. So the Volunteers made the proper adjustments, it seems.
They've done a great job of containing Corey Leonard. He's a very mobile guy. In the one game that I saw him play against Texas, he got outside, he broke contain and got outside a number of times. Tennessee has done a great job of keeping him between the hashes, giving the big guys up the middle a chance to bust through there and get to him.
The Volunteers will have the football, first down and 10 at their own 19-yard line after the timeout. 17-7, Tennessee leads it. And it has been a great game thus far for quarterback Eric Ainge. 2 touchdown passes. And he has thrown the ball brilliantly for the Volunteers this evening.
You got 4 wide receivers in the game now. Quentin Hancock has joined Rogers, Taylor, and Briscoe. He's lined up far to the right.
Tennessee with a new tailback. That's Montario Hardesty, number 2. Ainge out of the shotgun. Little fade. I don't think the receiver was looking. Pass was intended for Denarius Moore. Daylon Walker was defending.
Well, Denarius is one of those talented freshmen that they're trying to get some playing time. Thought they could get him on press coverage, and he's got great speed. Maybe he could blow by the corner. Corner did a good job of bumping him and staying with him.
Second down 10 from the 19. Ainge will change the play. Rogers and Taylor are wide right. Tennessee with 3 receivers to the right. Hardesty's in the backfield with Ainge. Ainge pass caught at the 25, still on his feet for good yardage. Goes Quentin Hancock. A pickup of 8. It will be 3rd down and about 2.
Yeah, Hancock does a good job of getting inside the coverage, and then once he catches the ball, shows some strong legs and fights up for 3 or 4 more yards.
6'3" sophomore, 3rd reception on the year for Hancock. It'll be 3rd down and 2 for the Volunteers at the 27.
And this is the yardage that has been perplexing David Cutcliffe.
The tailback is freshman Lennon Creer.
Timeout, Tennessee.
And the Volunteers will call a timeout with just under 12 minutes to go in the first half of play, and the Volunteers leading it by 10.
Well, I looked up and I couldn't tell on lineup because we never really saw it, but when they ran off the field, I saw both Creer and Foster in the lineup. 2 tailbacks. Don't see that very often.
Kind of like the Cobb Webb from the 80s, the early 90s for Tennessee. Well, we talked about the Tennessee defense and how they have adjusted after giving up that first touchdown. Here's a look.
Yeah, there's Brett Ayers coming in. This is just keeping him in the pocket. Ayers on the other side, giving his buddies a chance to come in and make the tackle. There you go again. Rico McCoy shutting off his escape route to the outside. All it takes is a split second. Shut him down, and the other guys will break free.
The Volunteers have it 3rd down and 2. And Tennessee so far tonight has not been faced with that many 3rd down conversion opportunities, but when they have, they're 0 for 2.
You know, this yardage here is 3rd and 2. I think it's, you know, it's obviously gotten in their heads a little bit. I think if they can just get over the hump and convert 1 or 2 of them, you know, they get that confidence going where they, you know, they won't think about it anymore, and they'll just go ahead and play football.
11:57 to go in the first half. Tennessee with a 3rd down and 2, leading by 10. As Eric Haynes has gone all the way at quarterback for the Volunteers. Luke Stocker, number 88, is in at the tight end. He is a freshman, 6'6", 235 pounds.
Good pass receiver. Brown's in the huddle himself, so they've got 2 tight ends in the ball game. Well, now they've got 3. They got Cottoms in there too. 3 tight ends.
3rd down and 2. Makes you kind of think they want to run it. They don't. They pass it. Pass is caught. 1st down. Still on his feet out to the 35 goes the receiver. That's Chris Brown. And it's a 1st down after an 8-yard pickup. He needed 2. He picked up 8. 1st down Tennessee.
Does a good job eluding the defender out here. The guy was out there in position to make the play, but overran it. Brown does a good job of keeping his balance and getting up the field past the sticks.
3 catches, 27 yards, and a touchdown for Chris Brown tonight. 1st down Tennessee at the 35. Ainge quickly flips it out here on the right, caught to the 40. The receiver is Briscoe, number 81. Montes Harrison makes the tackle. Short gain, 7 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 3 upcoming for Tennessee.
I like the aggressiveness of our wide receivers. This is a bubble screen out to the right. Austin Rogers is blocking the outside guy. He sees he has no place to go, doesn't fool around, stops, and goes straight up north. That's what you have to do.
2nd down, they give it to Lennon Creer. Fights forward, has the 1st down, crossing the 45 to about the 47-yard line. Lennon Creer with tremendous effort, stopped by Vandola. And Greg Hardy make the tackle for Arkansas State, but Lennon Creer gets the 1st down.
Yeah, hit the hole quick. See, got through there just quick enough to break a little leg tackle to go ahead up, give 2nd effort to get extra yards.
1st down Tennessee at the 47. Clock moving, 10:40 to go first half. Ainge on a delay, right side. This is Creer. Good yardage, crosses midfield. Montes Harrison makes the tackle, but Creer gets 5, maybe 6 yards. A pickup of 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
You know, this is a guy you didn't know if you were going to see much of this year. You've got 3 tailbacks coming back, Coker, Foster, and Hardesty, but Hardesty's ankle has kept him on the shelf much of the preseason, and first couple of games has kind of opened the door for Creer to get more playing time.
They give it to Creer again, off tackle, slides down, picks up maybe a yard. Javon McKinnon makes the tackle for the Indians. From his weak side linebacker spot, there's number 51.
We've got 2 McKinnons playing linebacker. We've got Kobe on one side, Javon on the other. No relation.
3rd down and 3 upcoming after a yard pickup by Creer. Tennessee faced with another 3rd and short. Ainge, play action, rolling right, looking, throwing, intercepted, picked off at the 50. Plenty of room. Can anybody catch him? Tyrell Johnson. It is a touchdown, Arkansas State. There are no flags, and just like that, Arkansas State has cut it to 4.
Don't know what happened. Eric had a tight end over the top that looked like he might be open. That was Stocker. He elected to come down, drop it down to the lower guy, and it appeared that the ball just didn't come out right. He just, it almost appeared as that was his primary receiver as he threw it right to him.
Well, that's not the guy you want to be throwing anywhere in his vicinity. That's Terrell Johnson, their preseason defensive player of the year in the Sun Belt.
And that one about as easy as they come. Catch it with nobody in front of you.
The extra point is good, and with 9:13 to go, it's a 3-point game. Tennessee 17, Arkansas State 14.
Now let's see if there's somebody behind. I tell you, that's what the deal was. I think that he was throwing at the stalker who was behind Johnson. He just didn't get the ball up.
Now, once Johnson caught it, it was clear sailing to the end zone. So the interception returned for a touchdown by Terrell Johnson makes it a one-possession game again. It's 17-14, 9-13 in the first half.
And you know, it's exactly what you don't want to happen in a ball game like this. Things are going along pretty well. You're moving the ball offensively. Your defense is doing a great job of containing Arkansas State. And you're moving into the middle of the second quarter. The last thing you needed was to give the Indians a chance to feel like they were back in this ball game. And truthfully, now they are.
That is the third offensive turnover for a touchdown for Tennessee in 4 games this year. You had the fumble recovery against California, the fumble recovery by Florida, and the return of the interception tonight by that man, Terrell Johnson. 54 yards, and it's a 3-point game.
We're going to get another look at this. Here's Eric on the bootleg. He's coming out. He's got a man underneath, and he's got the tight end over the top. It's hard to tell whether that ball came out right or not. I've got to believe that he was trying to get that to Stalker, who was back in behind. I believe it was Foster coming out in the flat, and it just came out low. It's hard to tell. Eric Ainge and the Tennessee coaches, they can tell you all they want about his fingers fine and whatnot, but I'll promise you it's not fine. It's still broken, and it's hard to throw the football with 2 fingers taped together. Sometimes the ball just doesn't come out the way you intend it to. I got to feel like that's what happened there.
Well, he'll have a week off to let it heal. I wonder if that will be enough time to help it next week.
You know, I think it will obviously help it. Broken bones, you know, they're a 5 to 6 week injury. I don't care what you do. I mean, bones only heal so fast. So they talked about he might have to wear the splint all year long. Hopefully not, because that means he's going to have a hard time gripping the ball all year long.
Coker and Denarius Moore back deep to receive. This is Moore inside the 10. This Coker up the middle, breaks a tackle, crosses the 35 to about the 37. Almost broke that one all the way back. Yeah. Greg Hardy made the tackle.
Yeah, he weaved his way through there, kept finding a couple little gaps, and made it up to the 40-yard line.
Coker has set Tennessee's all-time single-game record for kickoff return yardage. That was last week, as he had 207 yards, averaged 35 a return against Florida. But the bad news was he returned, what, 8 kicks? Something like that?
Too many kicks.
Yeah, too many.
Foster's back at tailback.
Slot receiver, 3 to the left. Tennessee with a first down. Play action. Ainge throws it to the right, caught by Foster, who laid the ball on the ground and recovered it. A short gain for Foster, picks up 4. And Monteese Harrison was there defending for Arkansas State.
Now that was Eric's 3rd or 4th choice. He was trying to get one of the deep, 2 guys crossing down the field, one going to the right, one going to the left, trying to get a deep ball, hit the home run. He wasn't there, so he brought it down underneath to Foster.
He dropped that ball again. That would have been a fumble had someone picked it up. Pass caught, and then the receiver immediately dropped. That's Austin Rogers. He picked up a couple of yards. Daylon Walker laid the hat on him, and it's going to be 3rd down and about 5.
Yeah, those little hitches, they're usually pretty easy yards, but sometimes those cornerbacks will read that 3-step drop and really break. That's what he did there. It was a great position to hit Rogers right in the face.
3rd down, about 3.5. They marked the football at the Tennessee 44.5-yard line. Ainge on 3rd and 3.5. Plenty of time. Throws it. Pass incomplete. He would have had the first down had he caught the ball. Terrell Johnson was with Austin Rogers, and I tell you something, Terrell Johnson can play football.
Yes, he can. Rogers had Johnson on his back, but Johnson was close. He hits Austin Rogers just about the time the ball gets there. It's made it hard to hang on to the football. And he's talking to him, too.
4th down. Tennessee will punt for the first time tonight. Standing at the 30-yard line is Britton Colquitt. Kevin Jones stands at his 10. Colquitt's kick is short, high. Jones dropped immediately the 15-yard line. Tennessee had that well covered. Wes Brown got down there quickly for the Volunteers. A 43-yard punt by Colquitt with no return. So Arkansas State has it 1st down and 10 at the Indian 16-yard line. And they're down by 3, but a lot of time to go here in the here in the 2nd period.
You know, they're having to change their nickname.
That's right.
Yeah, they didn't. Nobody complained about it, but some of the higher up muckety mucks decided that it was slanderous or racial or something. So they're not going to be able to call it the Indians anymore.
Not politically correct.
Exactly.
Would be the
I guess
correct assumption. Corey Leonard out of the shotgun, and a penalty marker goes down. It's going to go against Arkansas State, I think, for illegal procedure.
Prior to the snap, false start. Number 72 on the offense. Penalty 5 yards. Down main play.
Big Vincent thrower came out of his stance just a little early.
Well, LSU beat South Carolina 28-16. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than that when he went up 28-7. They beat them by 12.
Well, Steve kept it close.
5-yard penalty, 1st down and 15. Backed it up to the 11. This is Leonard. Hands to Arnold. Oh, what a hole. Arnold breaks it free. 1st down. Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. And Reggie Arnold picks up big yardage. Eric Berry knocked him out of bounds, but not before he gets 29 yards and a 1st down out to the Indian 41.
And one of the first times tonight that they just showed the straight I formation, used the fullback as the lead blocker. Got a nice gap, got a good cutback, took it down the sideline. Arkansas State will show you a little bit of everything.
It's at the 41. Preston Brown in the game now at running back after the 29-yard pickup by Arnold. Leonard to Brown up the middle. Stop. Tennessee lets him get away. He got a 1st down crossing midfield. Tennessee had him stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Xavier Mitchell catches him from behind, but he picks up 12 when he should have been stopped for no gain.
No, he's got him. He just bounces off the tackle. It's like a little brick. I mean, he just got hit pretty good and just bounces straight out of the tackle. Keeps his legs churning. That's a good running back.
1st down, Arkansas State.
Tennessee's coming.
The give straight ahead. Arnold, not much there. He might have gotten a yard. Antonio Reynolds makes the tackle from his defensive end position. It's a gain of 1, 2nd down and 9.
And pretty soon you're going to see Leonard pull that ball. He's handed it off almost every time tonight. But he's going to catch Tennessee going for that dive one too many times. He's going to pull it out and go around the corner here soon.
Second down 9. Leonard gives it to Preston Brown, who's drugged down at the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. It'll be 3rd and long. Tennessee did a better job that time. Rico McCoy stops him after a yard pickup. It'll be 3rd and 8.
Rico's lined up on the guy out in the slot. Reed's run comes in, keeps outside position. Big Dan Williams chases him down from the inside.
3rd down and 8 from the 45. Big play for Tennessee right here. They need to stop and get the ball back with 5.5 minutes. Arkansas State is 1 out of 3 in 3rd down conversions thus far. Leonard, straight drop, pass, incomplete. A Tennessee player may have gotten a hand up on the pass intended for Joe Smith, but it's incomplete. 4th down, and Arkansas State will have to punt the ball away.
That's another one of those I couldn't quite tell who he was throwing to, whether it was a slot man or the guy down the sideline.
I believe that ball was deflected by one of the defensive backs that was up. Brent Schrabel will come in to punt. We might take a look at that again in a moment to see.
You have to get a different angle than what we got before.
Jonathan Hefney will stand at his 10. Schrabel will stand inside his 45 to punt it away. Tennessee trying to return this one. This one is going to go into the end zone. It'll be brought out to the 20-yard line. And the Volunteers get it 1st down and 10 at the 20 with 5:10 to go in the first half. A 45-yard punt by Schrabel with no return. So Arkansas State has taken some of the momentum away with that touchdown return for the interception. And it's a 3-point game.
But Tennessee did a good job of once again shutting down their offense and giving the offense a chance to get the ball back.
Haynes gives it straight ahead, running back, crosses the 25. Good yardage for Arian. That's LaMarcus Coker, who picks up good yardage from his tailback spot. Kayan Burns makes the tackle for Arkansas State. It's a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down rather, and 3. Well, Appalachian State, the #1 Division I AA team of the country, lost today to Wofford.
Wofford.
Wofford beat them. A conference game. 1st down. Coker crosses the 30. Ben Owens makes the tackle. Yes, sir. 42 to 31.
What's Wofford have? 1,300 students, something like that.
Yeah, they got a pretty good football team.
Well, I knew they had a pretty good baseball program, but as far as football, I never thought that they unbelievable.
They've made the playoffs a couple of times, but buddy, they beat the #1 team in the country today.
Well, they found out just what Michigan found out. Everybody's pretty good nowadays.
Yep, exactly. 1st down, Tennessee. Ainge out of the shotgun. Good protection. Throwing it deep left sideline. Caught. Did he hang on to that ball? Yes, he did. No, now they're saying it's incomplete. Dominique Williams was the defender. Coach Fulmer said, hey, he caught that football.
It would have been a really hard ball to hang on to, because you talk about being wide open, stretched up high. Here he is on the left side. Eric is a little late on the sideline route, throws it high to Austin Rogers, and he just stretches out, catches the ball.
I believe he got it.
Well, he didn't come down with the football. Once contact was made, he lost the football. I'd have a hard time giving him that one. As much as I like Austin.
They're not even going to review it. 2nd down, Tennessee. 4:11 to go in the half. Ainge out of the shotgun. They give it to the tailback. Huge hole. Opens up. Breaking the tackle goes the Tennessee tailback, LaMarcus Coker. Kayan Burns makes the tackle, but not before Coker picks up a dozen. And it's a 1st down, Tennessee.
Well, Arkansas State brings the blitz, and the blitzer's in perfect position. He just doesn't realize that Coker's got the football until he's by him.
Well, they're not going to give him a 1st down. They're saying a knee touch back at the 38. Actually, they're going to measure. So he picked up at least 9 3/4 yards. We'll see what he's got.
Yeah, I think he's about a foot short. Little chicken left there.
Yep. About a foot, a little less. It'll be 3rd down, less than a yard. I'm not so sure Tennessee got a really good mark on that ball.
You're not supposed to get bad marks in Neyland Stadium.
Not if you're wearing orange.
Yeah, should have qualified that.
Tennessee on third down conversions today, 1 out of 4. This will be their 5th. The line of scrimmage, the Tennessee 43-yard line. Foster's the tailback. They have to gain a foot. Three tight ends in the game, a fullback, a tailback. Ainge gives it to the tailback. First down. This is Foster crossing to 45. Terrell Johnson makes the tackle. Pickup of about 2, but it's more than enough for a first down. And the Volunteers continue to move the chains.
And the crowd shows their appreciation. They realize that's been a tough down and distance for the Vols the last few weeks. Nice hole opened up on the right side. You got Foster and Chris Scott over there. Jock McClendon's in the ball game. Good drive blocking guard.
Pass caught. Lucas Taylor, good yardage, steps out of bounds. Taylor with a reception.
So you see these stop routes that Tennessee keeps running the wideouts. They're going to keep running them, and they're going to keep running them, and then those guys are going to jump up on them, and you're going to see them go by.
Pickup of 7, 2nd down and 3 as the football is into Arkansas State territory at the state 47. Ainge over center, gives it to Foster, who picks up the first down as he crosses the 45. Brandon Rollins makes the tackle for Arkansas State. Foster picks up 4, and it's a first down at the 43-yard line. 8th play of the drive coming up. 3:10. Clock is moving. Tennessee would love to stick this in the end zone with less than, say, 15 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, they'd like to eat up a lot of this half. Doing a great job of controlling the time of possession in this ball game.
Play action, protection for Ainge. Pass caught inside the 30 and fumbled out of bounds by Josh Briscoe, but it goes out of bounds. It'll be another first down for the Volunteers, I believe. Yes, they mark it at the 25, a pickup of 17. It'll be another Volunteer first down.
This play takes a long time to develop.
The ball was fumbled forward out of bounds, brought back to the spot of the fumble, and the clock will start on the ready.
Briscoe comes from the complete opposite side of the field on a crossing route. Ainge found him at the last second before the pressure got to him.
Terrell Johnson makes the tackle. First down, Tennessee. The line of scrimmage just shy of the 25. Ainge out of the shotgun. Over the middle. Dropped, caught, and then dropped by Austin Rogers. It'll be 2nd down, and the clock stops with the incompletion with 2:30 to go in the half.
Eric slides left, finds Rogers on the crossing route, throws a spade heater right down into the bread basket. Austin just couldn't get the handle on it.
2nd down and 10. Tennessee at the Arkansas State 25. Ainge out of the shotgun, spins, sets up a little screen, caught. Touchdown, Big Orange. LaMarcus Coker untouched into the end zone. 25 yards, and the Volunteers extend their lead to 23-14.
Good screen, good concept. Faked the play going left, and Eric immediately came back to the right. Got the ball to Coker. It appeared the 2 Arkansas State guys blocked themselves over here. Kind of hard to tell, but got a good block out of Josh McNeil leading the screen. Coker didn't have anybody within 6 or 7 yards of him.
Daniel Lincoln will attempt the extra point, and it is good. 24-14. The Volunteers extend their lead back to 10 with 2:21 to go in the first half.
You watch this. Eric Ainge is going to fake it left. And hit him quick back to the right side. Knock each other down. And like I said, McNeil gets a good cut block out in front of Coker and just clears the path to the end zone.
Great blocking up ahead.
Somebody got a block in behind it. I can't see. I said two guys blocked themselves, but somebody from behind caused that to happen. Couldn't tell who it was. Maybe Jeff caught him.
Coker 25-yard touchdown pass from Ainge. Ainge has thrown 3 tonight. That caps a 10-play 80-yard drive in just over 2.5 minutes. Very efficient offensively for Tennessee. And with 2:21 to go. With 2:21 to go in the first half, Arkansas State's going to get the ball back with some time to do some damage as well. So it's up to the Tennessee defense to stop them.
Well, they've got a chance to do something, and they have moved the ball pretty good. They just haven't been able to convert since their first series. They will now get the ball back at the start of the second half, so they're going to get 2 possessions in a row here. That is if they keep it the whole 2:21, which remains to be seen.
Chad Cunningham will kick it off. Brandon Tompkins, Kevin Jones back deep to receive for the Indians. 2:21 to go in the half. Tennessee by 10. Cunningham sends it deep inside the 10. This is Tompkins. Not much running room up the middle. Tennessee has done a good job covering kicks after that first one. Dorian Davis makes the tackle for the Volunteers, and with less than 2.5 minutes to go in the half, Arkansas State gets the ball. Some other scores we can pass along to you. Of course, we told you Florida today beat Ole Miss 30-24. Gators may have had a little more trouble than they wanted out of Ole Miss. Nebraska held on to beat Ball State 41-40. And of course LSU over South Carolina 28-16. Leonard out of the shotgun. Tennessee putting the pressure on. Completes the pass. Short gain to the receiver Brandon Tompkins. Out of bounds. It will stop the clock. He is short of the first down, however. Pickup of 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
Didn't you tell me that Syracuse went on to beat Louisville?
Yes, they did. Syracuse beat them 38-35.
Louisville throws up a lot of points, but they sure give up a lot of points.
South Florida continues to look good. They beat North Carolina today 37-10. Leonard's pass caught. First down. Levi DeJohnette.
You know, you hear a lot about the talent that football teams have, the lack of talent or whatever. South Florida has some severe speed. That's a fast football team.
Ask Auburn. First down at the 35. 151. Leonard's pass deflected, incomplete, and it will be an incomplete pass. DeMonte Bolden got a big paw up and knocked it out of the air. It'll be 2nd down and 10 as we look at it again.
Yeah, went to the left, tried to little dipsy-do come back to get the little slip screen on the right, and DeMonte broke through there, reached up high, busted it out.
2nd down. Leonard, Tennessee's coming hard, intercepted at the 40. He's down, but it is a Tennessee interception. The ball picked off by Brett Vincent, the freshman. Gerard Mayo putting the pressure on Corey Leonard, forced the interception by Vincent.
Well, you called it, Randy. Mayo shoots through, makes Leonard get rid of the ball before he wanted to. Ill-advised pass out there in the right flat. Ball skips off his receiver right to Vincent outside the numbers. Unfortunately, his knee was down, or he could have had a lot more yards down the left sideline.
Tennessee with 1:39. That's some time to work now at the 40-yard line. Ainge out of the shotgun, back to throw. Throwing it deep, got the home run ball. Rogers incomplete. Montes Harrison knocked it away. The pass was there, but Harrison had Rogers well covered.
Harrison showed some really good makeup speed there at the end. Rogers had the inside on him. Eric lays the ball down the middle of the field, just a little bit underthrown. If that ball is out in front and up a little bit higher, I think Rogers has a chance to make that play. But don't want to take away from a good defensive play by Harrison.
Foster's in at tailback for Tennessee. 1:33, second down. Out of the shotgun, Ainge throws it away. The pressure was coming. The receivers were covered, and now it's third down and 10 with 1:28 to go.
Eric looked just to one side that time. He had a slant, a little out pattern over there. Neither one was open, so he threw it to the cheerleader.
Third down and 10, 1:28 to go in the first half. Tennessee leading it by 10, 24-14. Two receivers right, one left with a tight end that way. The lone setback is Foster. Ainge out of the shotgun, throws it over the middle, caught by Taylor, spins away. First down inside the 25 goes Lucas Taylor. Daylon Walker makes the tackle. 18 yards on the pickup. First down, Volunteers.
A double zone back there. That leaves that middle open. Taylor runs a square in from the left side into that void area between the linebackers.
First down, 1:15, clock moving. Ainge under center, quick drop, pumps once. Pass caught by Rogers, who stays on his feet, gets out of bounds, penalty marker down. That will be a face mask. Montes Harrison was guarding, but you can tack on some extra yardage after the pickup of a dozen by Austin Rogers.
Good quick pass out on the right flat. Got it to him quick enough. Harrison was back far enough where Austin had a chance to make a move up the field. Grabbed the face mask inadvertently. So that's going to be probably give Tennessee the ball on about the 6-yard line from the looks of it.
Personal foul, wrestling the face mask against the defense. Penalty is half the distance to the goal. Automatic. First down.
First down and goal to go. Tennessee with a line of scrimmage being inside the 6. And just over a minute to play in the first half. Foster is the standing tailback behind Ainge. Over the ball, over the center at the 6. They give it straight ahead. Foster stopped one way, up the middle, into the checkerboard. Touchdown, Big Orange. Arian Foster from 6 yards away. Stopped one way, he goes left and hits pay dirt.
Well, we didn't block the play at the point of attack very good, but we blocked it everywhere else really good, because when he started right and came back to the middle, there was nobody left to tackle him.
Foster just muscled his way in. It's 30-14. Daniel Lincoln is on to attempt to make it 31-14, and there's still a minute to go in the first half. And it is perfect. Lincoln now 14 of 14 in extra points, and the Volunteers have opened their biggest lead of the game at 17 over Arkansas State.
You can see he starts to the right, has to hit the cutback lane, and the cutback lane was huge. Really strong push by the center, Jock McClendon. I believe that's McClendon there, right guard. Josh McNeil. They just, what they call it, plow the road. They plowed the road.
Some other scores we can tell you about. Michigan has won 2 in a row. They beat Penn State today, number 10 team in the country, 14-9. And at the half, Arkansas leading Kentucky 20-14. Seven rushes, 28 yards, 1 touchdown for Arian Foster.
What about Alabama?
Well, they started right about the time we did, or a little before we did. I don't have a score number. We'll try to get it for you. Alabama, of course, playing at home against Georgia tonight. That's a big, big SEC game.
Well, I saw Corso put on his elephant hat today, so he's picking the tide.
Brandon Tompkins, Kevin Jones to receive the kick by Cunningham. End over ending its way down to the 9-yard line, picked up by Tompkins. Brings it to the left. Tennessee stops him. He breaks a tackle, breaks it free to the 30, past the 40. And a good return by Tompkins, who was just one step away from breaking it all the way. Adam Myers-White made the tackle for Tennessee with 51 seconds to go.
And that's pretty big too, because it gives Arkansas State really good field position to work with their 51 seconds. Adam Myers-White makes a nice tackle here at the end. Kick returner did a good job running out of about 3 tackles along the way.
Reggie Arnold back in at tailback for Arkansas State. 51 seconds to go. First down, Indians at the 47. Leonard sacked. Dropped for a loss of 2. Robert Ayers got back there and wrapped him up. A loss of 2. It'll be second down and 12 at the 41.
Timeout.
Well, Ayers gets credit
First
for that sack,
of the
but
half.
his buddies channeled him in his direction. There was a lot of pressure on that quarterback.
30-second timeout.
4 tackles, 1 tackle for loss for Robert Ayers, who's had a good game up front for Tennessee. The Volunteers lead it 31-14, and they have been an efficient offensive machine this evening.
I've been impressed with Tennessee's defensive front tonight also. They've given up some yards to Reggie Arnold and Preston Brown, granted. But when it comes to pressuring the quarterback and keeping him in the pocket, I think they've done an excellent job. They're bringing some heat.
.33 seconds to go in the first half. There's the chief. Defensive coordinator.
Directing traffic.
Second down and 12 at the 41 after the 2-yard loss on the sack. Leonard out of the shotgun. Pass caught over the middle. Breaks 1 tackle. That's Kevin Jones. Not much there. No first down. Gerard Mayo makes the tackle. Pickup of 5.
Timeout.
It'll be third down, and Arkansas State again
Second
calls a
timeout
timeout with 22 seconds to go in the half.
30-second timeout.
How do you call a 30-second timeout?
I guess just like
basketball.
I don't know.
I mean, does it count the same? I guess. I mean, I know it does, but I mean, when did 30-second timeouts come into being?
Obviously this year, because I've never heard it before. That's one of the rule changes that escaped me. Arkansas State 1 out of 4 tonight on third down conversions. This is their 5th. It's 3rd and 7 at the Indian 46, and there's 22 seconds to go in the half. Now Arkansas State will get the ball first to start the second half. Corey Leonard, Tennessee's rushing 3, caught. First down. Breaks tackles inside the 30. He is very close to being within field goal range. Brandon Tompkins. The clock stops for the marking of the ball. Arkansas State has 1 timeout left, a 23-yard pickup. I have never liked that prevent defense.
Well, what it opens up is that particular deep crossing pattern. It's the same pass that Eric Ainge hit Josh Briscoe or Lucas Taylor on down going the other direction. You get a double zone, you get people dropping back, but that middle area, if he gets in there, can be hit a lot, as Tompkins showed right there.
Leonard spiked the ball. It's second down and 10 at the 27. 10 seconds. They got time to take one shot at the end zone. before they try to kick the field goal.
Well, he would like to get another 7 or 8 yards. If he can get it.
Tennessee's coming. Pass incomplete with 6 seconds. So if they're going to kick a field goal, they likely will have to kick it now.
Yeah, good pressure coming from the outside. I believe that's Nevin McKenzie coming off the edge. They're using him as a pass rusher. Nobody blocks him. Makes Corey Leonard throw the ball before he wants to. Now Arkansas State's going to try and boot one from how far?
44 yards, 45 yards. Slight angle to the right for a left-footed kicker. This is very difficult. As we see, the kick is away. It is good, barely.
It wasn't pretty,
but it was good.
It was good.
31-17. Arkansas State trailing Tennessee at the half as Josh Araku makes the 45-yard field goal at the end of the half. Well, we saw a lot of points in this first half, a lot of offense, a couple of defensive mistakes on both sides, or offensive mistakes. But Tennessee's up by a couple of scores at the break.
What about his defense today, the head coach of Michigan?
Our defense was really outstanding. I mean, we gave up one play there in the fourth quarter, but they were relentless. They played hard. They tackled well.
Well, they were, and it was a defensive game. I mean, when you look at a score of 14 to 9, it was just field goals all day. Ryan Mallett did play well, converted a couple third downs late to keep that clock moving. And maybe it just takes Russell Crowe backing you up, and I guess the famous actor helping motivate.
52 weeks a year, 15 years in count.
A little bit, and we kind of felt it would be because of the heat and because of the other really good games on television tonight as well.
Well, that and anytime you're not going to, you go out of conference and play, people just aren't quite as interested in it.
Brandon Tompkins, Kevin Jones will back deep to receive the kick for Chad Cunningham. As we get ready to start the second half here in Knoxville, Tennessee. Tennessee leading at 31-17 over Arkansas State. From the Sun Belt Conference, the preseason poll had the Indians picked to finish third. And here's the kick by Cunningham. Tennessee with a 31-17 lead to start the second half at the 6-yard line. It's Tompkins. Up the right side, down the sideline, and pushed out of bounds. Shy of the 35. It'll be first down and 10, Arkansas State from about the 33. Antonio Wardlaw making the push out of bounds for the Volunteers. A 26-yard return of the kick by Tompkins. So decent field position coming for Arkansas State. It's at the Indian 33. Corey Leonard tonight, 10 out of 16, 113 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Arnold is the standing tailback for Arkansas State. They give it to Arnold. Big hole.
Watch out.
Arnold is going. Arnold is going at the 30. Arnold inside the 25, down to the 24. Goes Reggie Arnold. And what a hole opened up. 43 yards for Reggie Arnold.
Well, that's right behind Cates and big Vincent Thrower there on the right side. Thrower buries his guy. Gerard Mayo didn't make the tackle in the hole, and after that, Arnold was off and running.
Look at that hole right there. That was just perfect blocking, and then Arnold, who hit the hole quickly, had clear sailing for 43 yards. First down, Arkansas State at the Tennessee 23. Leonard changes the play. I formation, 2 backs now. Leonard 3 quick step drop. Pass caught by Jones. He's got the first down inside the 15-yard line. Kevin Jones with a reception, and Arkansas State moving the ball even better this possession than they did the first possession of the game.
Well, they come out. They know they need to score on this drive. Jones catches it, makes a nice move to the outside. Vincent chases him down.
First down at the Tennessee 12. Well, this game could develop into a shootout. Tonight, 3 receptions for Jones, 25 yards. Long count, Leonard. Straight drop. Throws it for the end zone. Incomplete. Intended for Kevin Jones on the right side. And it will be 2nd down and 10 from the Tennessee 12-yard line.
Good coverage by Marcellus Johnson. Forced Leonard to throw that ball wide.
And we have a Tennessee player down. That's Xavier Mitchell. That's not good.
Well, Xavier's coming from this side. The tailback goes low. Hits him in his, looks like his right knee or thigh area.
Yeah, here we go. Let's take a look at it. Look at the bottom of your screen right there. He may have gotten hit somewhere else.
Well, you know what? I hope he did.
Yeah,
because that heals a lot quicker than those knees.
Yes, it does. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, the X-Man's going to hear about that one.
He'll be all right. He'll sit out a couple plays. He'll be back. He's a little woozy right now, but he'll be back. Pass was incomplete. Xavier Mitchell is up walking around. He's okay. It'll be 2nd down and 10 at the Tennessee 12-yard line. There's Coach Chavis. I tell you what, Arkansas State pushes one in here. We've still got a football game. Tennessee needs to buckle down and stop them.
Well, you know, Arkansas State, they've got to believe that they have to come out and score on this first drive because they got to be thinking if they don't, Tennessee, they really hadn't stopped Eric Ainge and his offense yet. So last thing they need or want or can afford to happen is get down 3 scores.
2nd down and 10 from the 12-yard line. Leonard. Standing tailback is number 25, Preston Brown. Tennessee's players urging the crowd to make some noise. I don't know what we're waiting on there. Well, still have them now. Now they clear it for the media timeout.
That guy down there in the red hat again.
One receiver right, one left, one in a slot left. Corey Leonard, 2nd down. Leonard dropping straight back, looking. Plenty of time, throwing in for the end zone. It is caught.
He caught it.
And it is incomplete. Levi DeJohnette makes the catch, or made the catch, but his feet were not in bounds. Watch. We're going to look at it again.
DeJohnette runs an inside route and then reverses it and takes it back along the baseline. I tell you, just really good coverage by, can't tell who that is. That's Marcellus Johnson. That's excellent coverage because he ran with him a long way.
3rd down from the Volunteer 12-yard line. Tennessee's coming after Leonard. He's rolling right. Volunteers have him back at the 20. They sack him at the 20-yard line. DeMonte Bolden, the first orange shirt to get there. That is a loss of 10.
Another good job. They brought the blitz that time, but what they did, Walter Fisher, I believe, is the guy that keeps contained on the right side. Makes Leonard stay in that pocket area. Gives the big guys in the middle a chance to come get him. There's Fisher. There's Fisher holding his ground. And the penetration comes from the inside.
Josh Araku will make the attempt of a field goal from 37 yards. That one is good. second field goal of the game for Araku, and it is an 11-point Tennessee lead, 31-20. There's Corey Leonard.
Leonard took a late shot after he was down.
Bloody nose. He's claiming he was hit late. I didn't see that. But
well, he probably was. I don't think it was on purpose, but I couldn't tell who it was. But somebody from his left side came in after he was on the ground and nailed him pretty good. Here we go. Slow this down. We'll get a good look at it. Fisher phones him back. He goes down. Bam.
It might have been a little late, but
that's Rico McCoy.
Tennessee was coming after him, though. There's no question about that. 31-20 after the field goal of 37 yards by Josh Araku. So a 37-yard field goal caps a 47-yard drive in 6 plays. Of course, 43 of those yards came from running back Reggie Arnold on the first play from scrimmage in the second half. 12:47 to go. Tennessee's going to get the football following the kick, which will be coming up by Brian Sheffield. Well, a few of these seats have emptied out a little, but not many.
Well, a lot of people, these later games, once they feel like the game is in hand, which some people probably felt like this was, decided to get an early exit, get home, beat the crowd.
So the Volunteers will receive. And back deep for Tennessee will be Lennon Creer, number 3, and LaMarcus Coker, number 22. He's at the top of your screen. Brian Sheffield, number 28, will kick it off for Arkansas State. Tennessee 31, Arkansas State 20. And the kick by Sheffield. High, end over ending its way down to Coker at the 6. Coker straight ahead. Almost slipped away, but somebody with a shoestring tackle stops him after a 25-yard return out to the 31. Terrell Johnson, their all Sun Belt Conference safety, makes the tackle. So Tennessee gets the football just past the 30-yard line. First down and 10. Ainge at quarterback. 20 out of 30, 267 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 INT on the night. And that one was returned for a touchdown.
The worst time.
Oh, yeah. And straight ahead to the tailback, crossing the 30 is Arian Foster. Picks up about 2. And not much there. Ben Owens from his middle linebacker spot makes the tackle with a little help from Prince Hickman up front. And it's a pickup of 3. It'll be second down 7 for the Volunteers.
You'll see the Volunteers try and run the football a little more this half. Threw the ball 30 times in the first half. Ran it 18. And just as I say that, they throw it again.
Pass is caught past the 35-yard line. Josh Briscoe with the reception. A gain of about 3 more. And it'll be third down and 4 upcoming. Owens and Terrell Johnson team to make the tackle. Third down.
Arkansas State showing blitz off Eric's right side. Checking out of it.
2 receivers right, 1 left. Ainge out of the shotgun. Back to throw and a whistle and a flag.
Prior to the snap, delay of game, number 10 on the offense, penalty 5 yards, Down remains third.
Those are killers. 3rd and 5, delay game.
Now it's 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 4, 3rd and whatever. But yes, it's 3rd and 10. Shouldn't happen when you're running from the line of scrimmage.
3rd down now and about 9.5 yards. Haynes out of the shotgun formation. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Back to throw. Throwing deep. Got a man there. Incomplete. At the 50-yard line. Austin Rogers. The pass was a little high and Rogers could not come down with it. It'll be 4th down and the Volunteers will have to punt it.
Yeah, that's a good throw, though. You've got a guy out there on the outside of the double zone on the sideline. He's got to cut that. He's got to stop in that area. He keeps kind of fading to the sideline. You got to make that catch.
Well, had he caught the ball, I think he would have had 1 foot in. It might have been a catch.
I think you're right. That's a big time throw.
Kevin Jones will be back deep to receive the punt from Colquitt. And he gets a high booming kick, backing him back up inside the 20. He makes the fair catch at the 20-yard line. And Arkansas State will start from the 20. A 49-yard kick, best punt of the night so far for Britton Colquitt. So with 10:47 to go, Tennessee with an 11-point lead will go back on defense as Arkansas State, as they picked up a field goal on their first possession on a 47-yard drive, gets it back, and this time it's 80 yards to the end zone. At the 20, it'll be Arkansas State with Corey Leonard at quarterback. It doesn't matter who they put in at tailback, Reggie Arnold or Preston Brown. They've both been impressive tonight. Arnold has a few more yards, but they both run the ball very, very well.
Well, they're both built low to the ground, strong guys with excellent quickness and speed. Do a good job of just kind of ferreting out those little holes and then getting through them into the secondary.
Well, Corey Leonard's talking it over with his coaching staff. And the guy in the red hat's back out there, so we're taking a commercial break.
Yes. Yeah.
We aren't, but we collectively are taking a commercial break.
Yeah, I see the guys next door. They're kicked back and eating hot dogs because they're on break.
Well, and a future Tennessee opponent, Louisiana Lafayette, is leading Troy 14-7 in the first quarter.
And Troy is the team that beat. Who did they beat? They beat somebody.
Well, they opened up at Florida. Florida beat them 56-31 or something like that.
But then they came back and thumped somebody, somebody of consequence.
And Michigan State knocked off Notre Dame 31-14.
I don't think that was much of a surprise. Notre Dame is really, really falling on some hard times. The rumor is, and it's been out there, that Charlie Weiss he's ready to bail. He's realized what a lot of people realize is that at Notre Dame, he just can't get a lot of the kids in school
right
that he needs to build that program to where he wants it.
Well, it's the same way at a lot of schools.
Sure it is.
I mean, there are other schools who have top 10 teams right now who have athletes that tried to get in other schools of the same caliber, couldn't get in.
Well, there's some that couldn't have got in school here.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say that. But
the SEC's standards are higher than some of the other conferences.
Right. All right, first down. We're back and ready to go. Reggie Arnold, the standing tailback, along with quarterback Corey Leonard. And Leonard, plenty of time. Now the coverage. Tennessee is watching. Almost picked off, almost had pay dirt. Rico McCoy got his hands up, and had he had that football, would have sailed into the end zone. Great coverage by the secondary.
Good coverage, get through, chase him out, and there is the contain to keep him from making the corner. I believe that was the X-Man. He's back in the game. Xavier Mitchell comes up, forces him to throw the ball out there, and Rico just couldn't come down with it.
The numbers for McCoy this season: 13 solo tackles, 8 assists. He has 1 interception. Second down and 10. Arkansas State from the Indian 20. Corey Leonard out of the shotgun, gives it to Arnold, who bursts through the line, crosses the 25, gets good yardage. It'll be 3rd and short. He picks up about 6. Arnold, the ball carrier, making the tackle Ryan Carl from his linebacker position for Tennessee. It'll be 3rd down upcoming. I tell you what, Arnold just drives those legs and just keeps going, doesn't he?
Well, he really does. You know, he's 5'9", about 220 pounds, built low to the ground, strong legs. Look at him break tackles. Always going forward.
3rd down and 2 after the 8-yard pickup by Arnold. Tennessee with the option. This is Leonard rolling left, gets the first down, dropped the football. It is loose. They say he's down. It's a 1st down, Arkansas State.
Tennessee did a good job of stringing that out. That's just great individual effort by your quarterback there. And I don't know, they say the ground can't cause a fumble, but that's pretty darn close. Dan Williams chasing him down. Watch this.
Almost had it. Almost.
A couple years ago, that was a fumble.
Oh, yeah. 1st down at the 32. Leonard back to throw down the sideline, intercepted at the 50-yard line by Tennessee. 31, Marcellus Johnson down the right sideline and inside the 20. It'll be a 1st down and 10 for the Volunteers. Marcellus Johnson with the pick on the errant throw by Corey Leonard.
And a nice run back. Leonard's wide receiver out on the outside crossed him up, I believe, or they got crossways. He felt like he was going to come inside of Johnson. Instead, he went outside. Marcellus in good position to make the pick, and a good job of running it back.
Eric Ainge with the ball inside the Arkansas State 20. It's at the 19. 1st down, Tennessee.
Johnson's had a good game. He's been in on a lot of plays and had some really good tight coverage tonight.
LaMarcus Coker is the tailback with Ainge. They give it to Coker. Starts right, goes back up the middle. Not much there. Ben Owens makes the tackle, and Coker actually picks up 3 yards. You look at that pick again, Marcellus Johnson.
Yeah, that.
Boy, he didn't miss much bringing it back all the way.
No, he didn't. That's just a bad throw.
Pickup of 3, 2nd down 7. Line of scrimmage is the 16-yard line of the Indians. Coker still at tailback. Tennessee's calling the play.
Got 4 seconds.
Get the snap off, give it to Coker, who fights forward, gets yardage inside the 15 down to the 13-yard line. Evan Vandola makes the tackle for Arkansas State, and it's going to be 3rd down and 4 upcoming.
You know, Coker running the ball pretty good tonight. 8 rushes, 46 yards, had a touchdown. Still not seeing those holes to get those guys into that 2nd level, though.
Ainge out of the shotgun. Pass caught. Spinning away Brown. 1st down inside the 10. Chris Brown takes it inside the 10. It'll be 1st down and goal to go. Terrell Johnson makes the tackle. Chris Brown, when he catches that ball, is tough to bring down.
Well, he is. He's a big guy, and he's pretty agile. He does a good job of catching that ball out in the flat and putting the brakes on, eluding the first guy. As soon as he does, he takes it straight up the field, gets past the sticks.
First down, goal to go. Tennessee at the 9. Ainge gives it to Coker. Coker up the middle, down to the 7. Pickup of 2, maybe 3. Where they mark the football will depend on what it will be. It'll be 2nd and goal. Prince Hickman makes the tackle for the Indians. It's to the 7. It's a gain of 2. 2nd down and goal. Ainge, hands go under at the 6. They give it to Arian Foster. Cuts back to the middle, down to the 3. At a great gaping hole for Coker, rather, as he takes it back to the 3-yard line. And it will be a 3rd down and goal upcoming after a 4-yard pickup.
Well, that's a counter that they ran earlier. Brought Brown to the left side, then turning to go back to the other side. Bring the guard out there pulling with him. Either kick those guys out or log them in. They kicked him out. Coker took it up.
Coker is still the tailback. 6:38, clock moving. Tennessee by 11, threatening to add to that total. 3rd and goal from the 2. Up the middle, touchdown. LaMarcus Coker, touchdown, Big Orange. A 2-yard run, and Tennessee leads it 37-20.
Well, that's what you're looking for, 3rd and 2. And the best part about it is you go in untouched. Comes to the right side, it's closed off, but the cutback lane is there because everybody on the left side just caved it down. And Coker walks in.
Daniel Lincoln will attempt the extra point for Tennessee. And it's perfect. Again, Lincoln is still perfect. 15 of 15 extra points and 7 out of 7 in field goals. And the Volunteers extend their lead now to 38-20 over Arkansas State. And there's LaMarcus Coker and Arian Foster sitting on the bench. And Coker does not have a whole lot of yardage, but he's made some big plays.
Well, there's the first run. That's the first counter of the night. Puts on a nice move on the outside. Here he's running the kickback, weaving his way through. And here's your screen pass.
Well, it's great to have that kind of ability. 2-yard touchdown run caps a 19-yard drive after the pass interception. 3 minutes, 6 plays. And Tompkins and Jones go back deep to receive Chad Cunningham's kick for Tennessee as the Vols lead it by 18. They came into this game a 19.5-point favorite. Kick by Cunningham. Taken at the 9 by Tompkins. Tompkins cuts it back to the right. There's a hole there. He breaks through, crosses the 35. A good return by Tompkins. 25 yards, and Arkansas State will put it in play 1st down and 10 from that point. Ja'Cory Williams makes the tackle, as he has made on several kickoffs tonight for the Volunteers. 1st down and 10, Arkansas State at the Indian 34. Tennessee subbing on defense. Wes Brown in at a left defensive end. And Walter Fisher's in the game. Leonard, play action, deep over the middle, incomplete, almost intercepted again by, this time, Jonathan Hefney had his hand on it. Kentucky is leading Arkansas 42-29 with a minute left in the game. My goodness, Kentucky is a team to be dealt with.
They've got some offense and got a quarterback that deals it pretty good and some receivers to go get it.
Total yards 374 for the Tennessee Volunteers, 243 for the Indians.
Hefney had good coverage there. Like to have that one back, though. He had that right in his hands.
Leonard again, play action. This time throwing. It's going to be incomplete. And almost picked off, was it? No, it's incomplete. Eric Berry almost had a pick. The last 3 passes by Leonard have either been intercepted or almost intercepted.
Well, he's thrown into coverage. The last 3 balls he's thrown into coverage. He's trying to take that ball downfield, and his receiver's covered right there. I mean, that's all there is to it. Kevin Jones got good coverage on him. You throw that ball in there, I mean, it's a crapshoot. You know, the guy may come down with it. More often than not, it's going to get popped up in the air.
D'Angelo Willingham knocked that one loose. 3rd down. Indians 3 out of 7. Tennessee's coming hard. Pass caught. And Preston Brown drugged down from behind. Nice play defensively. Tennessee's Nevin McKenzie got back there and spilled him after a 2-yard gain. It'll be 4th down and 8 upcoming for Arkansas State.
Well, you know, Nevin McKenzie, I guess he's playing a nickelback type position, but he's essentially been playing linebacker all day. Been coming, rushing the quarterback a lot. Was in great position out there. Read the screen and made the play.
Brett Schrabel will stand inside his 25 and punt it. Hefney will stand inside his 25 to receive it. And Tennessee came hard, but a low kick. It bounces up into the hands of Hefney. Hefney sidesteps one guy, gets away, and goes down back at the 21-yard line. A 45-yard kick with a little bit of help from the bounce by Brett Schrabel. So Tennessee gets the ball back. 5:06 to go in the 3rd period, and they lead it 38-20.
Harry Kane still in the ball game. 5:06 to go. You know, if Tennessee goes down and get points here, it wouldn't shock me to see him take an early rest.
Haynes gives it to the tailback. Creer crosses the 25 to about the 27. Nice gain. Kobe McKinnon and Evan Vandola team to make the tackle for Arkansas State, but Creer picks up good yardage. He'll get 6, maybe 7. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, I think it's fairly obvious from watching this game tonight. You see Coker get a lot of carries. Now you're going to see Creer get quite a few carries. They're looking for a little more jump out of that tailback position.
Creer takes it, gets up to the 30, close to the 1st down. Terrell Johnson comes in and makes the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Believe it's going to be short. It'll be 3rd and about a 1.5 feet. Line of scrimmage is at 30. We'll call it 3rd and 1.
Got a bunch of tight ends in the ball game.
Third down, less than a yard. Ainge with 2 backs behind him. Gives it to the second man. Creer dropped it. It's on the ground. And that was with the exchange. But Creer never had that football.
No, they never got the handoff.
Chris Scott made the tackle. Actually got the football. They're going to have to measure it because the fumble ahead recovered by Scott may have given him a 1st down. It may be short by inches.
I'm going to say he got it by nose.
It's short.
He didn't get it by nose.
Well, you got an 18-point lead in late in the 3rd. The team says go for it.
Yeah, right. You're on the 31-yard line. You got to kick this football. The crowd shows its displeasure. Smattering of boos.
Crowd's not getting paid to coach either.
That's
I guarantee
right.
you. Jonathan Hepney or actually back deep will be Kevin Jones for Arkansas State. Colquitt will stand inside his 20 to punt it away. He gets another boomer. This one's driving Jones all the way back to the 15. Tennessee has it covered. One missed tackle, but not the second. Out of bounds he goes inside the 20. A 55-yard punt by Britton Colquitt. And Jeff Collum pushes Jones out of bounds. First down, Arkansas State inside their own 20.
Well, Tennessee's coverage has been good tonight. You usually get those big, high, long kicks. Sometimes they say you out-kick your coverage, which gives the receiver a chance to make a few moves and take the ball to the field. But Tennessee's done a great job of covering downfield. I believe the other two were fair caught or for no return, and that one was for a very short return.
Arnold is the standing tailback along with Danny McNeil, the fullback. Leonard gives it to Arnold. Second man through. Huge hole on the left side. Crosses the 30. First down for Arkansas State. Gerard Mayo makes the tackle, but not before Arnold picks up 14 yards. Tennessee's defense last time, helped by the pass deflections, forces a 3-and-out.
Yeah, Hepney had one. Should have had one here. McKenzie does a great job of reading the screen, coming off, making the play. 3 plays and out. Can't do any better than that.
Leonard straight ahead. First man through. That is a 2-yard pickup for Arnold. Dane Williams makes the tackle. It'll be second down and about 8 upcoming at the 34-yard line. 106 yards on 10 carries for Reggie Arnold tonight. Of course, 43 of them came on one trot, and then another one was 14. He's made some big chunks of yardage.
See if Arkansas State can get Leonard off the corner.
Arnold again hitting the backfield, breaks away, still on his feet. Tennessee rides him down after he gets a first down, crossing midfield. Reggie Arnold, 12 yards on that carry. And he is proving to be a load.
Like I said, he's built low to the ground. He does a good job of finding those little creases. And arm tackles don't even phase this guy. And he's strong. He just runs right through him. You better hit this guy if you're going to get him down.
First down, Arkansas State at the Indian 46. Under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. There's still a lot of time left in this one. 116 yards and 11 carries now for Reggie Arnold. Leonard back to throw, throws it incomplete. Intended for Chris Miller, number 7 on the left side. He was well defended by D'Angelo Willingham, and it'll be second down and 10.
Pretty good throw by Arnold or Leonard out on the sideline. I don't know if Miller felt a little heat. He didn't really look like he wanted too much of that football.
Second down at the 46 of Arkansas State. Tennessee shows blitz. They come anyway, and crossing the 50 goes Arnold again. Robert Ayers and Ryan Carl make the tackle. It will be third down and 5 after a 5-yard pickup by Arnold. I guess when you hold him to a 5-yard gain, doing pretty good.
It appears that way. He's, what we say, he's averaging over 10 yards a carry.
He's coming out, and on third down and 5, Preston Brown is in. Volunteers have been outrushed by the Indians, 152 to 108. Leonard back to throw, caught by Preston Brown or the tight end David Johnson. They can't get him down inside the 5. It'll be first and goal, Arkansas State. They had to ride him down. A 47-yard gain on the pass play from Corey Leonard to David Johnson.
Well, Corey finally found somebody that was open down the field. Johnson does a good job of making the catch. Missed the tackle at the point. I believe that was Vincent that missed the tackle. And then he just goes lumbering down the field. Big 270-pound tight end.
First down, goal to go. It's at the 1-yard line. Leonard, second man through. He did not make it. Leonard is signaling for a touchdown, but it's second down.
Was that Arnold again?
Well, we'll watch as they unstack. Might have been Preston Brown, DeMonte Bolden, and Xavier Mitchell. It was Arnold. Second down and goal. It's at the 1-foot line.
Wouldn't shock me to see the same play.
And they'll get to run that play, but they'll run it in the fourth quarter. That's the end of 3 periods of play here at Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. Tennessee leads Arkansas State 38-20, but the Indians are knocking on the door. Second down and goal from the Volunteer 1-foot line.
And have done it predominantly running. Had the big pass play, but that's the only pass they've completed, I believe, in this series.
Little House on the Prairie. Yes! One more. Go. Another. Go quick. Okay, 3 words. 3 syllables. First word. Hook. Hook. Okay. Go. What else? Hook. Horns. Yes. Hook. Horns. Yes. Hook.
You so got it.
You so got it. Come on.
No.
Come on.
An insane deer.
Deer? That's not. Wow. There you go.
Paper. Taco meat.
Unbelievable.
What's that?
These athletes, some of the things they demand. Who do these guys think they are?
Lavender scented candles, organic fat-free tofu burgers, an autographed poster of Nancy Kerrigan.
Those aren't demands. Those are necessities. There's a difference.
What makes them different makes them great. Mike and Mike in the morning.
Saturday Night Football on ABC. All season long on ABC and ABC HD.
Arkansas State breaks from the sideline. They'll come to the 1-foot line. Second down and goal. They're down 18 points. This is 4-down territory if they don't get it here or the next one.
No, definitely.
Leonard. Now they mark it ready for play. Tennessee digging in. Leonard puts a man in motion. They give it to Arnold again. This time he's into the end zone for the touchdown. Reggie Arnold from a yard away.
Reggie's coming off the field doing the Gator chomp for some reason.
They're not going to change their name to the Gators, are they? Indians, Gators?
You
What
know,
are they
Indians, Gators. I don't think so. We're going to look at the touchdown here. Arnold comes to the left side. He just gets the football. Yeah, it's awful close. Football barely broke the plane. Mayo was there. Somebody else did a good job of shutting him down just an inch too late.
14 rushes, 123 yards, and a touchdown for Reggie Arnold. And it's 38-26. Big lineman down. That's Kyle Coates, and he's up. He's okay. He's got his bell rung. Well, they're down by 12, so they're likely going to go. Well, I thought they might go for 2, but they're going to kick the extra point. Josh Orocco will attempt the
Previous
extra.
play is under further review.
Well, watch and see if his knee goes down. Yep, but is he over?
That's the deal. I mean, you can't tell from that angle.
Well, they're going to review it again.
This is the best angle.
Yep.
Ball looks over right there to me, and then gets pushed back.
Well, we'll have to just
all it's got to do is touch that white line.
I'm not sure it did, but we'll see. Now his head is over, but where's the football? Might be able to tell here. Let's look.
You know, if the lineman would have got out of the way, he'd have scored easy.
Yeah.
His own line. He ran right into the back of him. Look at that.
Now there's the football.
Well, that's how that guy got hurt. He got abused.
Yep. I don't think.
After review, the ruling on the play is confirmed. Touchdown.
I don't know if that confirmed it, but I don't think there was anything there to.
There wasn't enough proof to disallow it.
Yeah.
So now Arkansas State will try to cut it to 11, 38-26, if they make the extra. Josh Orocco will make the attempt. And he made it. 14:54, a lot of time left. This is still anybody's ball game. Tennessee by 11. And Marcellus Johnson has a chest contusion. He's being evaluated. I doubt he'll be back this game. But I still don't know about Arnold's doing the Gator chomp.
Obviously it means something else. I doubt that it's the Gator chomp unless he's a closet Florida fan for some reason. There are a few of those around, you know.
Oh yeah. 38-27, an 11-point lead. We'll look at the third quarter stats, and a lot of yardage. 326 for Arkansas State, 383 for Tennessee. A big edge for Tennessee in passing, and then a sizable advantage in rushing yards for the Indians. And 126 of those 152 belong to Reggie Arnold. So the Volunteers with an 11-point lead, so they are still not out of the woods with 14:54 left to be played in this one. Kentucky has beaten Arkansas at Arkansas. A big road win for Kentucky as the Wildcats win in the SEC. Florida wins a close one at Ole Miss 30-24 today. LSU knocks off South Carolina 28-16, and then of course Georgia leading Alabama 10-0 in the first half of that game down in Tuscaloosa.
I'll tell you what, that Kentucky deal, that's kind of a surprise to me. That really is. I felt like that they might have that to the point where they could score some points, but I never thought Kentucky would have enough defense to win many football games.
Yeah, especially against McFadden and Felix Jones. Those guys, I mean, that's the best backfield around right there.
No, I don't think there's one in the. They can talk about USC's tailbacks and all that. There's nobody compared to those guys.
No question. We still have a lot of football left here. Brian Sheffield is going to kick it off for Arkansas State. And Lennon Creer and LaMarcus Coker will be back deep to receive for Tennessee.
Yeah, they wanted to see how Tennessee would line up on a potential onside kick for later on, so they showed it to them. Came out of it.
This one is going to bounce and go out of bounds. So Tennessee will bring the ball out to the 35. And the offense will put it in play from that point. First down at 10, Tennessee, but there is a lot of time left in this
Kick
football
out of bounds.
game.
Ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
Eric Ainge still in at quarterback. And they'll bring it to the 35. That's where Eric and company will put it into play. First down at 10 and still 14:54 to go in the football game.
Who's our tailback?
Well, that would be Arian Foster. Play action. Ainge rolling, throwing. Pass caught at the 50-yard line. First down. Josh Briscoe with a reception. Tennessee's not going to try to run out the clock. They're going to try to score. Terrell Johnson.
They're going after good play action pass. Nice timing. Little semi-corner out route to your inside slot receiver. Hits Briscoe right in stride.
First down. Arkansas State 48. Tennessee with the football. Now they give it to the tailback. This is Foster. Room to run. Out of bounds. He picks up about 5, maybe 6. Kyan Burns drives him out. It'll be second down upcoming for Tennessee in about 4.
Kyan Burns, one of the senior defensive leaders and backs on this Arkansas State team. You know who his brother is, don't you?
No.
His younger brother's, forget his first name. Was it Cody Burns, the freshman quarterback at Auburn?
It'll be second down at about 3. Foster, first down. Big hole. Foster. Out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Evan Vandola knocks him out of bounds, but not before Foster gets good yardage and a Tennessee first down, 13 yards for Arian Foster.
Well, you know, most of Tennessee's rushing yards has come on cutback lanes tonight. Same thing there. Right side of the line. Caves their guys down. Play's supposed to go left. Arian sees wide open space to the right and brings it back.
Gibbs straight ahead. Foster spinning inside the 25. Another good pickup by Arian Foster. Picks up 5. It'll be second down and 5. Brian Flagg and company make the tackle for Arkansas State. Helping out was Kobe McKinnon from his strong linebacker spot. 14 minutes, 7 seconds to go in the football game. It'll be second down and 6. Line of scrimmage, the Arkansas State 29. Foster still a tailback for Tennessee. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Chris Brown is the tight end on the right side. Arkansas State fakes a blitz. Pass caught. Lucas Taylor, 10, 5. Touchdown, Big Orange. Lucas Taylor, 24 yards from Eric Ainge. And the Volunteers have hung 44 on the Indians.
Just a good quick pass to Taylor outside. People say our receivers don't have speed, but this right here, good quickness and a big burst of speed to get to the pylon before the defender gets there. You don't get here if you're slow. I'm telling you right now, you do not get in the end zone.
Lucas Taylor's had a nice ball game for Tennessee. And Daniel Lincoln will attempt the extra point out of Casey Wood's hold to make it 45-27 and extend that lead back to 18. And the kick is good. Now 16 out of 16 extra points for Daniel Lincoln. Let's take a look at that TD again from Ainge to Lucas Taylor.
Quick 3-step drop, stop pattern outside, cuts back to the inside. The defender took the wrong side. Taylor made him pay for it.
And there was no help that could have done anything about it. I tell you what, Lucas Taylor's made some Robert Meacham looking plays tonight.
That was one that, you know, last year they all talk about the Cal game, how we wore them out. That's how we beat them. Had 2 plays like that. Similar type moves took it to the house. Carbon copies.
24 yards for Lucas Taylor on the touchdown reception for his second TD catch of the game. Haynes has what, 4 TD passes in the game? We're looking
yep, 4 touchdowns.
7 total receptions, 104 yards, 14 per catch. Pretty good night's work for Lucas Taylor. Taylor's a junior. Austin Rogers is a sophomore. Josh Briscoe is a junior. Everybody in this receiving corps is back next year.
All the rest of them freshmen, I believe. Quentin Hancock, I believe. Is he a redshirt freshman? He's a sophomore.
Well, Tennessee's got a little more breathing room, but you got to stop Arkansas State right here if you're going to put them away. We're going to take another look at that last Tennessee scoring drive for the Volunteers.
And here's your first play. Nice little play action over there to Briscoe. And the rest of it was pretty much Arian Foster on some cutback runs, and then a little sideline pass to Lucas Taylor. He does the rest.
Ainge has 47 touchdown passes going into the game, right? 51 now for his career. So that is not bad. Brandon Tompkins, Kevin Jones will be back to receive the kick by Cunningham for Tennessee. And the kick by Cunningham, high, short. Taken by Tompkins inside the 10. Tompkins, one man misses, cuts back to the left, back to the middle, to the outside, and finally shoved out of bounds shy of the 30-yard line. So a decent return for Tompkins. Antonio Wardlaw makes the shove out of bounds. So it'll be a 21-yard return and a first down for Arkansas State.
I wonder what that shows up like on the stat sheet. That shove out of bounds. Is that a SOB or no, it wouldn't be that, would it? Look at this, juke. Go this way, little move.
All right.
And Brandon, is that Brandon down?
I believe it is. It's 24 or 25. Preston Brown's in the game at tailback. This is Leonard back to throw. Tennessee's coming hard. He squirms away. Leonard finally dumps it out of bounds wisely. Preston Brown is the tailback back there with Leonard, but Leonard ran about 50 yards before finally dumping that one away. Tennessee chased him pretty well. Let's take a look.
This is a pretty good little Houdini act right there. Bail out of that. Then come this way. Little fake. Yeah, come get me. All right. Then just throw it out of bounds.
Second down and 10. Arkansas State from the 29. Tennessee 45. Arkansas State 27. Leonard out of the shotgun. Throws it incomplete. In and out of the hands of Levi DeJohnette. It'll be third down and 10. As we take another look. Pass was there. He just could not handle it.
Yeah, he just didn't handle it very well.
Leonard 13 of 28, 174 yards and 1 touchdown. He's tossed 2 interceptions. Sophomore quarterback. Third down and 10 from the Indian 29. Tennessee's coming hard after it again. He rolls right, looks, dumps it, pass incomplete. Intended for Brandon Tompkins, way over his head, and it'll be fourth down and 10. And Tennessee's defense forces a 3 and out.
Yeah, that ball just got away from him. You know, coming into this game, Corey Leonard he came in, he played 2 ball games. He was a 64% passer. But the first 2 games he played, he did not see the type of pressure that he's seeing tonight.
Jonathan Hefney will return for Tennessee. Brett Schrabel will punt for Arkansas State. Schrabel will stand at his 15 to receive the snap. Gets it away, a low kick. Fielded by Hefney, who bobbles it at the 25, still on his feet. Reverses his field and finally drugged down back at the 10-yard line. 46-yard punt by Schrabel. But they had it covered very, very well and locked up Hefney inside the 15. Dominique Wilkins was the guy that horse-collared him back at the 11. First down, Eric Ainge still at quarterback. Tennessee has 89 yards to go for a touchdown. And we're going to take another timeout. We won't, but
the guys next door will.
The guys next door will.
Yeah, they will.
Well, we'll read some scores for you. Some updated scores. Georgia leads Alabama 10-3 at the half. Alabama got on the board. Kentucky beat Arkansas 46-29. Other finals today from around the Southeastern Conference. Florida beat Ole Miss 30-24. LSU 28-16 over South Carolina. And into the Atlantic Coast Conference today, Virginia rallied to beat Georgia Tech 28-23. That's a bit of a surprise. As we told you earlier, Appalachian State was beaten by Wofford 42-31. First loss by Appalachian State this year. Michigan, who lost to App State the first game of the year, held on to beat Penn State 14-9. Central Florida beat Memphis 56-20. And let's see, Notre Dame lost today big to Michigan State 31-14. Navy held on to beat Duke 46-43. That was a real shootout. It was at Navy today.
Austin Peay beating UT Martin in the fourth quarter 17-14.
Chattanooga and Georgia Southern locked up in a good one down in Statesboro. Georgia Southern leads 28-24 with 2:38 in the third quarter.
And Memphis got their drawers blown off by
Central Florida 56-20. And California is leading Arizona 45-27 with 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Michigan beat Penn State 14-9 today. That's what I was looking for.
That was kind of a surprise to me. I thought Penn State might get them.
Well, I tell you, West Virginia is legitimate. They beat East Carolina today. Pretty good East Carolina team, 48-7.
Made it look easy.
Yeah, real easy. LaMarcus Coker back in at tailback. Ames is at quarterback. First down at 10, Tennessee at the Volunteer 11. Ames gives it to Coker. Turns the corner. Gets good yardage. Picks up 8, maybe 9 before he gets out of bounds. That'll be a pickup of 8 yards. It'll be second down and about 2.
This could be a pretty telling series. Tennessee can run through Arkansas State here. Notice Arkansas State kind of slowing down a little bit. I'll show you exactly where this game's going. Yeah.
Coker gets the first down. He needed 2. He picks up about 7. So it'll be a first down. Daylon Walker makes the tackle. The clock continues to roll after they mark the first down. 12:38 to go in the game. Tennessee 45, Arkansas State 27. First down, Tennessee out to the 28-yard line. Ames straight ahead. Coker crosses the 30, picks up about 3 more. Javon McKinnon makes the tackle for Arkansas State. So the Volunteers content to run the clock as we're now under 12 minutes to go in the game. 2nd down and 7.
This is the formation Tennessee threw out of predominantly in the first half, and there it is.
Ames dumps a pass over the middle, caught by Kenny O'Neill, crosses the 40. It's a 1st down for the Volunteers. The Volunteers continue to move it. This drive started at the 19. It is now at the Tennessee 41. 1st down for the Volunteers.
Tennessee has 2 freshman receivers in. Well, I take that back. Neal's not a freshman. He's a college transfer. Got more on the other side.
1st-year player.
A true freshman.
Ames 25 of 36 in passing. Gives it to the tailback. Coker. He's got something out to the 40. Finally chased down inside the 45. Daylon Walker. And LaMarcus Coker is quickly approaching 100 yards rushing. That was 29 right there.
Yeah, that one was, you just see, you just feel that big hole, cut back lane on the backside. Arkansas State starting to wear down a little bit, and Coker's starting to feel his oats a little bit. He's going to take a hole like that and do something with it.
It's at the Indian 32, 1st down Tennessee, 100 yards exactly for LaMarcus Coker. Here's Ames, play action, plenty of time, dumps it off on the left, caught inside the 20. That's a 1st down. The Tennessee receiver is number 83, Denarius Moore, who came out of his helmet, but he picks up 12 and another Volunteer 1st down. Yeah, he came out of his little stocking thing. Had to put that back on. 1st downs, Tennessee with 30 in the game. Arkansas State has 14. Give it to tailback. This is Arian Foster's back in the game. Up the middle for a couple, maybe 3. We'll see as they unstack. Brian Flagg makes the tackle for Arkansas State. Clock continues to move. 10:20 to go.
Well, Tennessee's into about 72, 73 plays offensively now. Normally that's a really good game, and there's still 10 minutes to go.
High formation behind Ames, 2nd down and 8. 2 receivers to the right, play action. Ames looking, throwing, incomplete. Intended for Denarius Moore. It'll be 2nd down or 3rd down and 8 from the 20. From inside the 20, about the 18-yard line.
Yeah, play action. Eric got a little greedy here. That's a little tight spot to fit that ball in. Really don't need to take that chance at this point in the game. Lay that ball off to O'Neill out in the flat.
3rd down. Clock stopped, under 10 minutes to go in the game. 9:52. And a whistle.
Timeout, Arkansas State. 1st timeout of the half.
And the Indians call time. That's their 1st timeout, so they have 2 remaining. Tennessee with all 3 of theirs. I doubt they'll call them. 9:52 to go in the ballgame. So the Volunteers with a 45-27 lead here over Arkansas State. Glad to have you watching tonight on our pay-per-view audience across the state of Tennessee and across the country on ESPN Game Plan. Glad to have you with us tonight. Total yards 520 for Tennessee, 327 for Arkansas State. Now, I know Tennessee's going to be happy with a win to go to 2-2, but are they going to be happy with giving up that many yards and 27 points?
You know, I think it's going to be okay because They probably gave up more runs, more rushing yards than they cared to. But on the other hand, they really put on a lot of pressure tonight. I mean, I really felt like they got great pressure from their front four. Obviously helped out by some linebackers now and then, but for the most part, I feel like the defense has played pretty darn good tonight.
So the Volunteers with 9:52 to go. And Eric Ainge, if he throws one more touchdown pass, ties him for 20th all time in the SEC in career list. That's some pretty good company.
Casey Woods in the game, slot receiver. That's good to see.
Third down and 8 upcoming. Guy in the red hat says, wait a minute, we're not ready. So Tennessee will put it in play. Line of scrimmage now, the Arkansas State 18-yard line. Third down and 7. Now we're ready. Ainge out of the shotgun.
Here comes the blitz.
Flares it out to the left, and Arkansas State had it smelled out. Pass is caught by Josh Briscoe, but he loses about 3. It'll be 4th down. Evan Vandola makes the tackle, and Brian Flagg helped out. So it'll be 4th down and about 13 after a 5-yard loss.
Going to give Lincoln a chance to extend his streak.
Put Tennessee up by 21 if he does. Lincoln is 7 out of 7 in field goals. This is from the 29, so it'll be a 39-yard attempt with an angle to the left. Woods will hold. High snap, gets the kick away, and it is good. He's still perfect. 8 of 8 field goals. 16 of 16 extra points for the freshman Daniel Lincoln. And it's 48-27. Tennessee by 21 with just under 9 minutes to go in the game.
Straight down the middle. Randy, did you hear the flack, a couple weeks ago after the first home game? For a couple of days, a lot of people called in and complained about the LED.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Why would you complain about it?
I don't know. A lot of people called in complaining that it was too commercial or whatnot, and all the flashing distracted them and all. I think it's great.
I do too. I love it. My wife loved it. She was here for the first game.
I mean, I've been in a lot of stadiums and seen a lot of it. This is the best one I've seen.
Oh, no question. No question. And the people that complained about that are the ones that they're football purists. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But nowadays things change. And one thing that's changed is the commercialism in college sports.
Well, and there were some suggestions too, which I'm sure that they'll get to. They would like to see more scores displayed in different areas. Games going on in the SEC and whatnot.
They can do that, and they will. Brandon Tompkins takes the kick by Cunningham, gets it back to the 25, and that's it. Shy of the 25, and Arkansas State puts it in play, first down and 10 from that point. Nevin McKenzie makes the tackle for Tennessee. So Arkansas State with the football. But Coach John Chavis talking to several of his defensive players. They've got some second and third unit people in there. And Corey Leonard, who's gone all the way at quarterback for Arkansas State, comes back out onto the field, and Reggie Arnold is with him. I would say they're not going to give up.
No, they're going to keep winning.
They're down 3 scores, but there's 8.5 minutes to go. They give it to Arnold, and he falls forward to the 25, a pickup of about 2. If they're gonna get back in the game, they can't just run it up the middle.
No, if they want to keep running, I mean, that's fine with me, and I'm sure that's okay with Chief too. But they're going to have to mix it up a little bit.
Alex Wilson made the tackle from his linebacker spot. He's in for Gerard Mayo. 2nd down and 9. They give Arnold only a yard on that last carry. Leonard out of the shotgun. Gives it to Arnold again. This time he goes left. Fights his way out close to the 30-yard line. Dorian Davis makes the tackle. And it'll be 3rd down upcoming and about 4, maybe 5, as they say he gets 5 yards on that carry.
I don't really understand Arkansas State's thinking at the moment. They're down 3 scores with under 8 minutes to go, and they're still running the football.
3rd down between 3 and 4. Leonard takes it up the middle, and I don't think he's.
Well, I think we jumped on the play is the reason that he took the snap and went up the middle. Flag down here.
Wilson and J.T. Mapu make the tackle for Tennessee. We see what the flag is about.
Prior to the snap, offside on the defense. Penalty 5 yards. Play results, 1st down.
Tennessee's next home game in 2 weeks. They're off next week. They'll be hosting the Georgia Bulldogs. October 6th at 3:30 in the afternoon here at Neyland Stadium. Leonard's pass caught shy of the 40. They give him a 1st down on the penalty. It'll be 1st down and a pickup of about 3. Kevin Jones, the receiver. Clock continues to roll with 7:15 to go in the game.
4-yard passes aren't going to get you there, Court.
2nd down and 8. Arnold has carried the ball 16 times for 130 yards. He's in at tailback. He scored 1 touchdown. Here's Leonard. Pass almost picked off. Who had that? Was that Barry?
That's
D'Angelo Willingham.
Made a good break on the ball.
Incomplete. 3rd and long upcoming. Watch it again. Almost a pick.
Well, that's that's double zone coverage. Your cornerback's supposed to sit out there when he sees somebody come into his zone. It's just a bad read by your quarterback. You almost paid for it by giving up 6 points the other way.
Leonard out of the shotgun, back to throw, keeps it. Tennessee had him, lost him. He crosses the 45, has a 1st down. Almost to midfield. Adam Myers-White makes the tackle. And Arkansas State now 5 of 11 on 3rd down conversions in the game. And they picked up about 12 on that one, so it'll be 1st down. Clock continues to move. 6.5 minutes to go. Leonard back to throw, throws it, caught at midfield. Pass complete to Kevin Jones. He picks up about 3 or 4. That will be all. And the receiver got out of bounds, so it'll be 6:24. The clock is stopped. 2nd down and 6. Leonard now 15 for 31 with 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. He has 179 yards. Leonard out of the shotgun. He's back there with the tailback Arnold. 2 receivers left, 1 right. He takes it himself, gets back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain. Dorian Davis from his linebacker spot comes up and makes the tackle for Tennessee, and it'll be 3rd down and 6 upcoming.
Just a quarterback keep to the right side. Tennessee had smelled out Davis and Ayers right there to make the tackle.
3rd down. Leonard out of the shotgun, back to throw over the middle, caught. Brandon Tompkins has the 1st down, close to the Tennessee 40. Stopped by Adam Myers-White, and it'll be another first down after the 8-yard pickup. They needed 6 or 7. They picked up 8. Missing on the tackle there for Tennessee was Davis, or actually he got him eventually. So it'll be first down and 10 at the 41. Leonard got away somehow. They're chasing him to the left. He's going to run out of bounds. Lost about a yard. So it'll be second down and 11 from the 42. That stops the clock with 5:25 to go in the game. Shoved out of bounds by Alex Wilson.
I've got a question for our statistician. All right. Yeah, he lost a yard. Is that a sack?
Probably not. Is it?
Dorian Davis ran him out. I'm just wondering. I think it was Dorian Davis. No, Alex Wilson ran him out.
Tennessee coming hard. They get him for no gain. The pass was complete. As Tennessee came hard, Cedric Wilkerson, the receiver, Antonio Reynolds chased him down. And it'll be third down and about 11. Actually lost a yard on that play. It is a sack. Third down and 12. The line of scrimmage is the 37. Or the 47. This is the 11th play of the drive. Leonard out of the shotgun, back to throw, caught by Kevin Jones. Jones, loose football, it's in the air. Tennessee has it at the 31. JT Mapu got the football, recovered it for Tennessee as the Volunteers take over with 4:29 to go.
Yeah, Jones just trying to make something happen, takes a short pass, gets to the middle of the field, tries to dodge a few guys, and gets the football knocked loose. Couldn't tell who it was. Playing a little volleyball there, and JT's recipient of the. He's laying on the ground, came right to it.
So Mapu gives Tennessee the ball back. Jonathan Crompton in at quarterback now. Lennon Creer crosses the 30. Got 1 yard. Maybe that's all. We'll see as they unstack. Clock moving, though. That's the important thing for Tennessee with 4:14 to go. Pickup of 2. It'll be second down and 8. Well, you know, Crompton wants to play for Tennessee, and I know he wants to do more than hand the football off, but will Tennessee be content to try to run the clock out?
Well, I think so, unless they get into a long, substantial yardage situation to try and convert third down. I think you'll see him stay on the ground.
Crompton hands it to the tailback. That's Creer. Creer crosses the 35 up to the 37, 38-yard line. Pickup of about 4. That brings up third down and about 3. Third down and 3 for Tennessee at the 38-yard line. Clock moves, 3:16, 3:15. Volunteers lead it 48-27. Crompton, who is from North Carolina, Heath Shuler territory. Waynesville, North Carolina, that area. Crompton rolling, looking, dumps it off, complete to the tight end. That's Cottom, I believe. It's close to the 40. He's not going to get the first down. It's a gain of only 1. And that was Luke Stocker. It'll be fourth down and about 2.5, maybe a yard. Tennessee's going to punt the football with 2:30 to go. So Colquitt will punt it away. Kevin Jones will stand inside his 20 to receive it for Arkansas State.
Clock running all the way down.
High snap. Colquitt gets the kick away. A high kick, not as deep as the other ones. This one goes out of bounds, though, at around the 20-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 19, so Arkansas State will get it from that point. First down and 10 with 1:56 to go. A 42-yard punt by Britton Colquitt.
And I got a feeling that's just exactly what they wanted him to do. I think they probably don't even give the guy a chance to run one back. Go ahead and kick it pretty deep, but just kick the thing out of bounds. Make them start down around the 20-yard line.
Which is where they will start. First down and 10 from the 19. Travis Hewitt is in at quarterback, replacing Corey Leonard. So the last 2 minutes, both teams are going to be playing a lot of substitutes. Hewitt out of the shotgun. Gives to the tailback, who crosses the 20-yard line.
Big Ben Martin.
Here are the numbers for Eric Ames. 27 of 39, 334 yards, 4 touchdowns. That is a career high for passing yards for Eric Ames. He did have 1 interception that was returned for a touchdown, but other than that,
yeah,
pretty good night.
Yeah, pretty clean night for Eric.
His previous high for yardage was 333. Give it to the tailback again. He gets out to the 25. That is Cedric Wilkerson, number 24. Clock continues to move. Now 1:10 to go. As you look at Steve Roberts, head coach at Arkansas State, whose team is going to go to 1-2, while Tennessee will improve to 2-2 going into their off week before they play Georgia here in 2 weeks. And Georgia was leading Alabama in the third quarter of their game at Tuscaloosa. I'll be interested to know how that game is going to come out. .41 seconds could be the last play up here. Georgia's up 20-10 with 11 minutes to go. And straight ahead they go. They get the first down. Cedric Wilkerson. Ben Martin makes the tackle. The clock continues to roll now. 26 seconds. He did not get the first down, so that's likely going to be the last play. In fact, the teams are starting toward the sidelines now. So Tennessee gets the victory. 48-27 over Arkansas State here tonight in Knoxville. Fireworks going off. A lot of the fans have left, but a lot of them stayed for the final few moments of this game as Tennessee Pat Ryan gets a 21-point victory. A lot of people are probably thinking, well, you know, wasn't that pretty, but it was a pretty win. It was a win for Tennessee.
You know, I thought it was a pretty good win. Offensively, I thought we were very efficient, strong. 30, 31 first downs. That's a lot of first downs. Great time of possession. Defense showed a lot of pressure on the quarterback tonight, something that people have been screaming for. They were all over Corey Leonard. Good medicine for what ails you.
Tennessee gets the victory 48-27. That is the final scores. The Volunteers are 2-2 going into their off week. They'll be facing the Georgia Bulldogs in 2 weeks here at Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. So thanking Pat Ryan, I'm Randy Smith. We're going to send it down now to Rick Russo down on the field. Rick.
All right, guys, thanks, and a great job tonight. Tennessee turns a 31-17 halftime advantage into a 48-27 win. The Volunteers sparked in the second half by a nice defensive play, an interception by Marsalis Johnson. Tennessee would take it in for the score. LaMarcus Coker taking it in, making it 38-20. By the way, LaMarcus Coker goes over 100 yards rushing for the first time this season. And then later in the game, it is Eric Ames with a 24-yard touchdown pass to Lucas Taylor. Lucas Taylor over 100 yards in receiving for the second time this season. Again, Tennessee wins it by a final score of 48-27. The Volunteers improving to 2-2 on the season. They head back into Southeastern Conference play in 2 weeks from today, October the 6th, as the Georgia Bulldogs of Mark Richt come into town here to take on the Volunteers at Neyland Stadium. All right, folks, for Randy Smith, Pat Ryan, and our entire Vol Network crew, I'm Rick Russo saying so long from Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. We'll see you next time. Enjoy the football. football. Have a great night, everybody.